Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target, and the target that Australia will be chasing on day three. I said that I had a feeling that it'll finish on day three first session, and I think it's going to finish day three first session. It could go either way still. I'm still in the belief that India is in the game, even though it looks very, very unlikely. My co host has joined me just in time. हाँ, किधर है भाई? कहाँ है? किधर फिर ले रहे
ईयरफोन नहीं मिल रहा था जी। ईयरफोन कहाँ ही छुप
हो?
गया था। ईयरफोन भी छुप गया जैसे इंडिया छुप जाना छज्जों में बैगन। क्या है यार वो?
I'll give a
ओ
quick
मैं
summary to everybody. Basically, Australia came out to bat. There was a decent partnership going on, and suddenly, the wickets went flying. Umesh Yadav, that was good captaincy from Rohit Sharma, mind you, the way he got him in, and picked up 3 wickets. Ashwin picked up 3 wickets from the other end. That gave Australia around 80 plus lead, 88 kind of run lead, which we were sort of predicting. Then India came into bat, and again Shubman Gill. It was completely opposite. This time, Shubman Gill playing a rash shot and Rohit Sharma playing a defensive shot, both getting out, and everything went all the wickets were flying except for Pujara. Pujara played a beautiful innings. I felt his footwork was really good this time around. Good attacking shots. His defense was also really good. He didn't make that mistake of going on the back foot. I think most of the shots that he played was off the front foot as well. So he learned from his mistake. And Shreyas Iyer was giving him good company. A risky innings, but he again very good captaincy from Steve Smith. Getting on the fast bowler, but India will feel unlucky over there. Iyer will feel unlucky that he got out in that manner. A good catch, and then even Pujara, the way he got out, a very good catch. But Fez, your
हाँ भाई कहाँ से शुरू करना? शुरू से
opinion.
शुरू करेंगे। शुरू से शुरू करेंगे। पहले तो गज्जू भाई, हाउ आर यू? थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। एंड साहिब भाई, यस कर साहब। केएल राहुल तो नहीं बोल सकते भाई इसको। ये क्या आपने आप ही कुल्हाड़ी मार ली ऐसा पिच बना
राहुल
के।
को नहीं ब्लेम कर सकते अभी
किसको भी नहीं
राहुल है
ब्लेम
ही
कर
नहीं।
सकते आप किसको भी नहीं ब्लेम कर सकते हो। गुरनूर पाजी में आ गए भाई, कितने कहाँ के
ओए
गायब हो
ओए,
गए भाई।
क्या बात है।
भाई शुरू से शुरू करेंगे। डे 2 का कैमरन ग्रीन वाज गोइंग वेल with Hanscom, and then things sort of unraveled. 196 आते की पूरे लोग टकाटक ऐसा गए, like एक के बाद एक गिरने लगे। एलेक्स कैरी, मिचेल स्टार्क, yeah, credit to Rohit Sharma, zabardast, he tried to change things around, but Umesh Yadav could be credit because I think he knows his pitches very well, and he knows how to bowl in these kind of conditions. So I think उन्हें जो तरीके से बॉल जिधर लैंड कर रहा था बहुत जबरदस्त था। I mean 88 का जो भी आप बोलो लीड या whatever it is, at least वो सब कर दिए। And now the only thing stressful is that कैसा करेंगे यार? 75 is still a decent score. I am with Mustafa. I do have belief. स्पिनर्स में थोड़ा बहुत बिलीव है ब्रो, बिकॉज़ नेथन लायन जिस तरीके से डाल रहा था, आई नो अपने दोनों बॉयज काबिल तारीफ है, बट या आई मीन just shocking. Pujara next level, but again Virat Kohli, questions are raising on him. The fashion he got out in, and the minute he saw his leg, he understood कि भाई it's out. उन्हें विकेट के सामने खड़ा हुआ था, and पूरे कमेंटेटर्स कल से बोल रहे भाई यहाँ पे बैकफुट पे नहीं खेलना है, फ्रंट पे आके खेलो फ्रंट। एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट विराट कोहली वाज डूइंग इन दैट शॉट। रोहित शर्मा, again, means not a rash shot this time. He did
He
take
did
his
what
time,
he
but that,
wanted him to do.
yeah. And so
Uh,
Shubman Gill again, see, again, Shubman को ज़्यादा मैं बोलूँगा नहीं, because अभी first match है after a long time in Test cricket. I know KL Rahul पे चढ़ आता था मैं same situation में, but yeah, it was uncalled for when the way he sort of got agitated, I think, or I don't know what he was trying to do. He thought he could take on Lyon, and Lyon showed why he's a lion, and 8 wickets कई को लिया उन्हें। But yeah, Mustafa, like overall तुम्हारे तरफ से क्या दिख रहा? 75 going tomorrow, भाई बहुत दिमाग खराब हो रहा है मेरा तो, like
20 रन शॉर्ट है इंडिया। आई थिंक अगर 105 110 टारगेट था तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट रहता था। इंडिया फेवरेट्स आई वुड से, बिकॉज द पिच इज एक्चुअली डूइंग बिट्स। इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू बैट ऑन। लेकिन देखो 75 76 मैच फंस सकता है। इट कुड बी जडेजा, इफ यू सॉ टुडे 11 for 6 था टोटल इन द एंड, राइट? ऑस्ट्रेलिया स्कोर्ड 11 runs, 6 wickets gone. If you repeat something like that tomorrow, you're in the game. But I feel that the margin of error is very small. Edges, this, that will कैसा भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया पहुंच जाएंगे टारगेट को. That's what it looks like. But don't give up hope. I'm just saying, go. If you live in Indore, go and support. It'll be a tricky chase. Make it difficult for them, because even if you lose this test match, there's still one more test match to go. So at least dent some of the batters' confidence and थोड़ा सा फंसा सकते हैं. And you have the bowlers. If Jadeja stops bowling no balls, if Ashwin gets his length early on, like how he got today compared to yesterday, if he gets his length quickly, then the game is on. I think I'm very, very optimistic. And if I'm wrong, I will say, okay, I'm wrong, no problem. But chance is always there. Who's favorites to win this test match? Australia, because they don't need to do that much. Even if they कुछ इधर पावा थोड़ा मारना पड़ता, पहुंचाएंगे टारगेट को, उतना भी टारगेट है नहीं. लेकिन if you're India, if you take all your catches, all your chances, imagine that they're 20 for 4, then what would you say? Game on है,
Yeah.
right?
अब आप देखो आज ही 188 पे दे लॉस्ट कैमरन ग्रीन. 188 से लेके अगर आप 197 या जितना भी मारे थे वो लोग, आई थिंक इट वाज
11 रन भाई और 6
हाँ
विकेट.
5-6 विकेट चले गए थे. तो देयर इज होप. आई मीन जिस तरीके से इवन लायन वाज पिचिंग द बॉल, इट वाज नथिंग लाइक, I mean, he was going spectacular, but you can expect this from Jaddu and Ashwin put together. So, I mean, अगर ख्वाजा चले गया, अगर because मेरे को ट्रैविस हेड से ज्यादा उम्मीद नहीं है, तो ख्वाजा,
मगर
लाबुशेन,
वही है बस, अगर उन्हें ट्रेविस हेड एक दो मार दिया स्वीप चौका, फिर खतरे में आ जाता टोटल. दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. वन रिवर्स स्वीप कनेक्ट्स, it becomes difficult for India. It's not like you have 150 to play with, 180 to play with. It's still a track where you can still score runs. आज इंडिया मारे राइट 150 160, ठीक है, गिर पड़ के मार दिए. इन लोग भी गिर पड़ के आ जाते टोटल को. वैसे
मैं बस यही सोच रहा हूँ, अगर लाइक पुजारा आउट हो जाता भाई, तो इसके जो 50 रन है, आप लोग 20 भी ले लो भाई, खत्म था वहीं. लाइक खत्म है मसला. 75 में से आप 50 भी निकालो, 25 रन क्या. लाइक इट्स शॉकिंग द वे वी आर गोइंग अबाउट आवर बैटिंग. एंड चलो पिच बहुत ज्यादा खराब है भाई, मैं मान लेता हूँ, बट लाइक विराट कोहली को सीरियसली अब कॉल आउट करने की टाइम आ गया. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट राइट. लाइक आप, आई अंडरस्टैंड सिचुएशन, बट आप विराट कोहली है, आपसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस काफी हैं. And ये pitch को आप काफी खेल चुके, देख चुके. From the first test you are seeing these kind of situation. At least assess your batting, assess where you're going. You can't play a back foot shot on a ball that's skidding in. It's like one of the basic things. And I think मेरे हिसाब से, like you said it, 3 4 5 या at least 1 2 3 आज they should have stepped up better.
बिल्कुल. Let's just take some of the comments. We took this curse of KL Rahul. Hello brothers, क्या हाल चाल गज्जू भाई. जो बोल रहे थे इंक्लूडिंग मैं कि क्या है ये, क्या है, अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीता केएल तो वो 4 टेस्ट में बाउंस बैक करके बता देना क्या है. डू यू थिंक ही विल कम बैक बेसिकली केएल राहुल?
Depends on
भाई
how they're trying to set out the अहमदाबाद ट्रैक कैसा बनाएंगे. वो भी एक कारण हो सकता है. बट या आई मीन इधर आई थिंक अभी सिचुएशन ऐसा है, केएल हो, रोहित हो, विराट हो, कोई भी हो, अभी तो कोई बैटिंग नहीं कर पा रहा है इस पे. तो क्वेश्चन ये हो रहा है कि इज रैंक टर्नर द राइट विकेट दैट इंडिया हैज टू स्टॉप प्रोड्यूसिंग and go into a more natural wicket, or like something where it's in for a batsman and the bowler. So that is the biggest question.
मेरा opinion will never change. I called for rank turners. I called for these wicket.
No, I mean, see, I understand, but if you are not able to bat on these, right? And the question comes, if Stark and Cameron Green were playing from the beginning, would the results actually change? So, I mean, there are a lot of things that we can
No,
take
the
into
thing is,
consideration.
also you have to look at it from this perspective. There's two things to look at it. Like you won 2 test matches on ranked turners, right? Against England, you won on ranked turners. Now you losing one game, you're taking that gamble. It's always a gamble. That's what you have to understand. Everyone thinks this is a defensive approach from India. I don't think it's defensive. It's actually aggressive approach, because ranked turner where you're getting the opposition into play as well. Someone like who's never played a test match. These guys, Todd Murphy and क्या नाम है उसका, Koeman, दोनों आके विकेट ना ले रहे हैं. So like it's giving the opposition something as well. So I think that it is a gamble. You're bound to lose a game here and there. You should have traditional wickets. I don't know, man. Like people might like the traditional wickets. दो दिन में 400-500 रन मारे, मगर फिर उसके बाद day 3 day 4 ऐसा विकेट हो जाता है. फिर उसका क्या रहता है? It becomes toss dependent. मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पे the toss is kind of out of the equation. And I like it like this. I have no problem.
I won't say rank turner is the wrong way to go about it, but अगर आप इंडिया है ना, आप बता रहे कि आप स्पिन ट्रैक खेले, तो स्पिन खेलने की काबिलियत तो रहना आपके बैट्समैन में, राइट? थोड़ा बहुत. I'm not saying कि I'm expecting you to play like Andrew Starks to Shane Warne kind of a delivery, but I'm just saying कि भाई तुम basic तो like spin खेलने के, like पुजारा जो खेला, I loved it, like the way he played. He soaked in all the pressure. He took his time. He after a lot of innings probably, but he still is getting his mantra right. बट यहाँ पे अगर आप रैंक टर्नर करा रहे, आप बैटिंग अपने घर पे भी नहीं कर पा रहे, दैट इज द मोस्ट क्वेश्चनेबल थिंग ना. If it is a gamble, I get it, but also in that gamble you have to have certain chips in your favor as well.
मगर ये डिसीजन क्यों लिया था? Because Joe Root won the toss, elected to bat first, and they scored 500 runs. The pitch deteriorated. England won the game. जब बोल रहे थे कि भाई योर bowlers are not capable of getting wickets on the first day, you have to this ये वो, जब bowlers के ऊपर criticism चल रहा था, अब batters के ऊपर criticism चल रहा था, so you will get criticized either way. My point is you go with your strength. What is your strength? Your spinners. You should be confident that Ashwin and Jadeja will pick more wickets at a quicker rate than Lyon and the other two. But the problem is Jadeja bowled a no ball and this happened and that happened and they didn't bowl well in this test match. That's why you're losing the test match right now. Yes, I understand. If you had few more runs, you would have won the game. You have to like criticize the batters as well. I'm not saying that because Australia 180 मारे, but you let them come to 180 by giving them a lot of chances. Drops भी चल रहे थे, no balls भी हो रहे थे. नहीं तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी 80 ऑल आउट हो सकती थी नहीं?
Yeah, probably, but like there was also indication from Rohit Sharma कि भाई मारो भाई, तुम्हारे को easy ball आ रहा तो मारो, जब जाके छिक्का मारा देखो कुछ आ रहा, and he
उन्हें
was
भिजाया
he
ईशान
was
किशन को, ईशान
ईशान
किशन को
किशन
भी
इधर
भिजाया
इधर इधर बोला ईशान को, इधर ईशान ये जाके
वहां
बोल
पे
के आओ बोले
मारो
तो
like
then he
six है.
starts hitting six. But yeah, I mean even from like अगर अपन बहुत critical हो रहे बैट्समैन तो नहीं है बेचारे, but उमेश यादव and सिराज बेचारा अक्षर पटेल was soaking in deliveries, रुका हुआ था वो कि मैं थोड़े तो कुछ बना लूं, but सिराज भाई तो छोड़ो, उमेश भाई तो छिक्के को चले गए, एक दो क्या लग गए तो उन्होंने किरा किच हो गए वहां 6 फुट 8 के खंबे को खड़ा दिया वहां कैमरन ग्रीन को पिच पे डीप मिड विकेट में, he got a very well catch, good captaincy, and I think Gurnopachi also called it out कि स्मिथ की कैप्टनसी रोहित की भी बेटर थी, लेकिन स्मिथ बॉलिंग रोटेशन एंड फील्ड प्लेसमेंट आई थिंक स्मिथ थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि रोहित ने बेटर बॉलिंग में भी उन्हें उमेश यादव को लाया, बट आई थिंक ओवरऑल फील्डिंग सेटिंग्स एंड इंटेंसिटी कब बढ़ाना, कब वो करना, स्पॉट ऑन स्टार को भी जैसे कि वो लेके आया बीच बीच में, इट वाज अ स्मार्ट कॉल फ्रॉम स्टीव स्मिथ 100%.
Yeah, 100%. And look, this conversation we would have been having last game. मगर उसमें क्या हुआ? Australia collapsed and India won the test match. तो you'd have the same conversation. वहाँ पे भी ball turn हो रहा था. ठीक है, आप बोल सकते हैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा ज्यादा हो रहा. लेकिन it's been ranked runners all day, every day, man, since the series has started. It's been 3 test matches now, and the games are finishing in 2 days and a bit. Again, it's going to be 2 days and a bit. It's not going to go past. So there's not much difference
Yeah,
in the pitches.
I
They're
mean
all like
it is that कि हाँ sorry
आप 2 जीते, अब 1 हारने वाले हैं. 2 जीते क्यों? क्या रोहित शर्मा मारा 1 सेंचुरी, उसमें दूसरे अश्विन और अक्षर मारे. यहाँ पे आपकी बैटिंग कोई भी नो वन स्टेप्ड अप एक्सेप्ट फॉर पुजारा, एंड वो भी ही मिड जस्ट अ 50. एंड whereas in the bowling also Jadeja and Ashwin didn't pick up wickets quicker. They made mistakes with the ball as well. So that's where you're losing the test match. It's still not done yet, but yeah.
The only thing is like, yeah, चलो ठीक है, one test match rather if Ashwin and Jadeja are not think ती तो बैटिंग है अपने पास कि अपन कुछ कर सकते हैं. दैट इज ओनली इरिटेटिंग पार्ट दैट आई हैव, दैट इतनी भी बुरी बैटिंग नहीं है यार कि यार एक दिन में अगर एक मैच या एक
देखो,
सेशन.
अब ये भी देखो कि ख्वाजा कैसा खेला और आपकी टॉप ऑर्डर कैसा खेले पहले इनिंग में, वो भी देखो राइट, वो भी कंपैरिजन देखना पड़ेगा. जैसा ख्वाजा बैटिंग किया, व्हाई कुडंट रोहित डू दैट, कोहली डू दैट इन द फर्स्ट इनिंग्स टू ईज द प्रेशर. इफ यू गॉट टू 190 200 इन द फर्स्ट इनिंग्स, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई
मेक द
थिंक
बॉल सॉफ्ट. Yeah,
huh?
make the ball soft, make the ball softer, make it old, and then you capitalize.
Yeah, if someone stepped up at that time and they got to closer to the 200 target, then it would have been easier for India. Then they would be in the driver's seat. So you have to look at the top order as well. And
Yeah,
I think India did a blunder by not sending Aksar up the order. Aksar was not out. Same happened in first innings. Yeah, I think we should have gone ahead, maybe of KS Bharat, or maybe even ahead of Jadeja. Like, I'm not going to blame Jadeja because this is the first time he's not contributed in a long, long time. But yeah, maybe Aksar was looking good and he went a bit late. Any chances tomorrow? Definitely, there's a chance. There's always a
chance is
chance.
there. Like chance is always there. You never know if
There's
Ashwin
always
and
a chance, bro. Huh?
there is a chance 100%. मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा
It's
because
difficult, of
anything.
course. बहुत मुश्किल है,
Yeah.
मगर चांस है. Just like 36 all out India हुए थे एडलेड में. This pitch is worse than that. Like, come on, just need Ashwin and Jadeja to be on the top levels. Top levels. You can't miss a beat tomorrow. मतलब if they pull out a perfect game in terms of pitching the ball, line, length, line, Australia will be in trouble. If the 24-5 first game is on, the game is on 24-5.
100%, and there's all the more chance to do that because, like we said, in the bottom tail in the first session, they got wiped out for like 11 runs. 11 रन में आप 5-6 विकेट अगर खो रहे तो 75.
बैगन के नो बॉला ये वो सब नहीं डालना, फ्री पीस ये सब नहीं करने.
बैगन के नो बॉला और केएस भरत जरा और टाइट रहना पीछे मेरे हिसाब से. केएस भरत जैसे
the fielding has to be tighter. Like even the slip
Yeah.
cordon, अब जैसा स्मिथ कैसा change कर दिया अपना
भाई
fielding.
वो कैच क्या था यार.
नहीं सही बोले उसकी कैप्टनसी में उन्हें पूरा पकड़ ले रहा.
उन्हें क्या पकड़ा भाई. वो जो कैच था भाई, पुजारा परेशान हो गया. He was not able to digest the fact that he caught it because he moved to the left and then he jumped to the right. It पूरा बॉडी एक सेकंड में इधर से उधर हो गई उसकी. नेक्स्ट लेवल.
या इंडिया को भी नो बॉल पे काम करना होगा. आईसीसी ट्रॉफी भी गई है, अब शायद टेस्ट में दो मौका दे रहे हैं हो लाबुशेन को. डेफिनेटली अब लाइक आई नो यू टॉकिंग अबाउट द चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जहां पे बुमराह डाला था नो बॉल टू फखर जमान, और फिर से ये लाबुशेन वाला इट कॉस्ट इंडिया इन द अदर टू टेस्ट. लकी इट डिडंट कॉस्ट यू, बट yeah, they have to work on it. And in the end of the day, that no ball, that 90-run partnership has made the difference. That no ball and then वो जो LBW decision नहीं लिया लाबुशेन का, उसको दो
Yeah.
चांसेस दे दिए. कितना पार्टनरशिप था? 1997 का पार्टनरशिप था, हिम एंड ख्वाजा. गेम वहां पे लाइक दैट्स द डिफरेंस इन द गेम राइट नाउ. अब वो 90 रन निकाल दो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया वुड बी
और वही
स्ट्रगलिंग.
है ना यार, वो अजय अजय जडेजा, रविंद्र जडेजा के बैक टू बैक जो एक्साइटमेंट थी, आई थिंक, एंड केएल भरत भी, आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत ही वाज नॉट एबल टू. आई मीन आई थिंक ही न्यू समवेयर के आउट नहीं है, बट वो जडेजा की जो पुश थी उसमें उन्हें जरा इनएक्सपीरियंस में थोड़ा हाँ भाई लग रहा है मेरे को भी बोल के रोहित शर्मा को बोल दिए. तो वो सिचुएशन. फिर नेक्स्ट ओवर में अश्विन का तो प्लम था, लाइक प्लम क्या, it was there and the stars there. नहीं लिया आप रिव्यू, एंड that came to eat you like you said. और आप ये देख लो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के इनिंग्स में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया जब बॉलिंग करी थी, नेथन लायन क्या ही ओवररूल्ड द एम्पायर. एम्पायर जब नॉट हंस रहा था उन्हें एम्पायर पे कि भाई तू नहीं आउट दिया, LADRS. एंड ही वाज सो कॉन्फिडेंट जब आई थिंक अश्विन एंड आई थिंक जब वन मोर पर्सन की जडेजा की LBW का DRS, आई थिंक इन लोगों की DRS होता, या जब भी ये लोग DRS लिए, दे वर कॉन्फिडेंट दैट इट हिट द पैड फर्स्ट एंड नॉट द बैट. So that is how you have to take a DRS.
Yeah. First, I made the same mistake as you like a few days ago. Can you give me 2 minutes? I just need to change my theme. The deadline is in 2 minutes. The pure
No,
theme.
it's not a
2
day.
minutes.
Today?
Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah, you're the one who told me Thursday. Remember? Give me 2 minutes. Okay, तुम खाली just questions ले लो.
Yes sir. डेडलाइन 2
I'm
मिनट
joking.
में
Yeah,
है. भाई मैं अपना ऐप खोल के देख लिया, मतलब वन डे है अभी, क्या हो गया भाई, आज तो
फैंटेसी से याद आया, तुम मेरे को कल जल्दी पॉइंट आउट कर दिया कि अश्विन मेरा पिक था. आज क्यों नहीं पॉइंट आउट कर रहे? 20 मिनट हो गए. कौन था मेरा फैंटेसी पिक? दूसरा.
लाइन ब्रो, लाइन था, लाइन. मेरा
Uh,
मेरा पिक स्टीव
वो-
स्मिथ था, बट कैप्टन के पॉइंट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं. स्टीव ने कॉल
मेरे को
कैच
ये
किया.
मेरे को ये बोलो, Nathan Lyon, just उसके बारे में थोड़ा बात करिए, because there was criticism in the first two tests and everything, but this guy showed, man, he's the best off spinner going around in the circuit. उन्हें हर कंडीशन में विकेट्स लेता है. यहाँ पे ठीक है, आप बोल सकते हैं it's in his favor, but he was getting outbowled by Ashwin and Jadeja. But today the way he bowled, incredible, man. Around the wicket, जो line and length पकड़ा उन्हें, just look, every ball he might get a wicket. So yeah, a bit about Nathan Lyon.
नेथन लाइन के बारे में अपन थोड़ा बहुत नहीं, बहुत ज्यादा बोलना, आई थिंक, बिकॉज द वे ही हैज चेंज. बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द BGT वर्ल्ड लाइक, अरे नेथन लाइन कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, नेथन लाइन कुछ भी नहीं. भाई 100 विकेट्स इन इंडिया, मैन, दैट इज नॉट अ जोक. And like next level bowler, like you said, man, he went all guns. I think जो अपन पहले भी बात करें कि he had Nagpur and Delhi to assess his bowling. He took pointers maybe from Jadeja and Ashwin, कहाँ डाल रहे, किधर मैं जा रहा हूँ गलत, what's wrong with me. And I think he had a lot of, I think he was bowling more around the wicket rather than like over. Now you see him coming to the over side as well when he's bowling to the right handers. He's kind of changing it and bowling it right in the right gaps. And I think वही होता है कि भाई homework करो, आप अपना research करो, and man, next level bowling. 8 wickets is not a joke. I think he broke that record for that. The only record that Crazier had, 8 for 245. Now it's like this guy is probably the best bowling figures in India.
Yeah, man, I think incredible. This guy is the best off spinner going around in town. First, I think you got stuck. If you can just now, I can hear you. But yeah, I think extremely good spell from Nathan Lyon. He just made the Indian batter struggle. जो line in length डाल रहा था वो जबरदस्त था, and in the end he showed he's the best off spinner going around in town, and he's continuing that. He's picked up wickets everywhere, whether it's England, Australia, India, हर जगह he's been successful. So yeah, another great spell from Kaza. Nice one, Gary. Murphy also had 8 wickets after Krejza. Todd Murphy had 7 or 8. Yeah, I think he probably had
7.
8. So he got 7 in that.
In one innings?
Yeah,
no,
in the last game. I got 7, I think.
I think he didn't get 8, man. I don't think he got 8.
Yeah.
Check करना पड़ेगा.
बाज लोग बोल रहे थे कि जान दो। बोलो हाँ बोलो फर्स्ट।
नहीं, बस क्या बोलने का है, वही चिढ़ की बात ये आ रही मेरे को कि भाई, आई मीन यू नीड टू कॉल विराट कोहली आउट। आई नीड टाइम टू कॉल विराट कोहली आउट।
I'm not doing
कम
anything.
ऑन।
I never called KL Rahul out. I'm not going to call Virat Kohli. The problem is with you and whoever you get over upset and you have to make changes. Remember what you told me 2 months ago? We were sitting together and you told me why the hell do I have Martinelli in my team?
No, no, I had Martinelli in our team, but he had a dry patch then, right? Like
No,
a very dry patch.
did you tell me that? So when a player has
Yeah.
a dry patch, you have to keep backing him, and because otherwise it's not going to work. Now you now
There's a
that is
difference
what
in
you're gonna do.
there's a difference in this. Mera every week I contest with 20 other people in that league, and I have to always change my team. That logic doesn't even apply.
No, you got
देखो,
upset with me. Remember when I took Martin
because
when I had Martin?
I had Martinelli and he was
Yeah.
giving me points, but बीच में उन्हें बहुत बेकार हो गया था, like वर्ल्ड कप में पिक नहीं हुआ यार उन्हें, तो like उसके like he was not getting in the team, so मतलब I was just saying he's going to a bad patch and just take him out for now. कल उन्हें मार लिया भाई, मैं तो गेम टीम चेंज नहीं करे बाद भी I'm still like decent enough points with having 5 blanks. So I mean, coming back to the cricket,
No, I'm not
uh,
talking about your team. I'm not. I'm just saying, I'm saying the approach you have, of grabbing the player when they're not performing. I understand that. Magar kya this is gonna happen. Then this is gonna repeat. If you take Virat Kohli of the team, you're gonna go to Pujara. Then you're gonna go to
but
somebody else.
that is what that's gonna instill a competition in amongst your compatriots. अगर आप keep them under the fire every minute, अगर को निकाल देंगे, that's what Virat Kohli was trying to do. He was trying to get
Bro,
everybody
he's
riled up,
been
bro.
but he's been like the best looking batsman in this in the last
बिग
two
बॉस में
innings.
क्या होता, बिग बॉस में हर कोई हर हफ्ते वोट होता, कहीं को होता, उसको
यार वो
डरा
बिग
के
बॉस
रखना
थोड़ी
क्या
सी
हुआ है।
अभी तो मेरी बात सुनो। अब विराट कोहली को तुम निकाल देंगे, किसको लाते हैं नंबर 4 पे?
मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा कि निकालो, पहले तो विराट भाई को मैं बोल ही नहीं सकता निकालो, बट आई एम सेइंग कि भाई he also needs to buck up, and like if he continues then if it could, उसको भी निकाल दो भाई, मसला नहीं है, if everyone should get called out bro, if he's not able to perform then there's no point, right? But one day T20 में उन्हें perform कर रहा, unlike KL Rahul, just to get to it, unlike
No,
he's
KL
performing
Rahul is
as if
not in
to
the T20 squad anymore. He's not in the test. He's got his punishment.
he's
He's not in
he's
the
coming
test squad.
back, he's coming back in the fourth test,
Bro,
buddy,
but
just
then
wait.
look, you see what's happening. He's not there one test match. Shubman Gill will be given a stretch. He's going to play if India qualify for the WTC final. Shubman Gill will be playing in that final unless he
No,
gets
I
injured.
don't,
If something
that's
happens,
too, no, I don't think Shuman will
if
play.
he because the reason why I'm saying that is because this is the only test match, the next one in Ahmedabad. After that, you're going straight into the WTC final. So
Yeah,
unless
they will not
Shubman
take
Gill,
Shuman.
huh?
They will not take Shuman. They won't take
Why?
Shuman 100%, because
Why?
KL Rahul has 100 in England. He won't. He won't. He has experience in England.
No. The only way they won't play Shubman if he's not fit. Otherwise, Shubman will be opening in that test match. Shubman has
I
a
will
90
bet you.
also.
I'll bet you now on live stream. I'm betting you Shuman Gill will not play
No, I
every
can't
test.
take that bet because if he gets injured, then I know KL Rahul is going to come.
Chalo.
How can I take that
Acha,
bet?
if both are fit,
Yeah,
then
Shubman Gill is playing.
I'm saying KL Rahul is playing.
You're like, I don't understand you. You don't want him in the team now. You want
I
him in the
don't want
team.
him. I don't want him in the team, but he's gonna play.
But आज तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा। केएल राहुल शुभमन गिल को आई डिडंट इवन नो हु वाज ओपनिंग द बैटिंग। वही हो रहा था। उन्हें भी 5 रन मारा, इन्हें भी 5 रन मार
उसको
रहा था।
रोहित शर्मा की छांव लग गया यार, आगे आके मार दिया भाई। केएल
केएल
राहुल
को बाहर किया, उसका प्रोटेस्ट किया है ये सब ने, इंक्लूडिंग ऑस्ट्रेलिया। देखो केएल राहुल मेरे हिसाब से ही इज गॉट ड्रॉप्ड ऑन द राइट एट द राइट टाइम। वो सही
at the
डिसीजन
point,
था।
yeah.
आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू से इट्स अ रॉन्ग डिसीजन। उसकी वजह से ये मैच नहीं हार रहे हैं आप। लेकिन मैं खाली यही बोल रहा हूँ कि yeah, you tried to what Rohit Sharma did by giving him a long opportunity, I don't think that was wrong. So people were getting impatient with KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma gave him an extra longer rope. I think that was a correct decision and he dropped him at the right time. Now it's Shubman Gill's time. Let's see what he does. He still has another test match up first. India 4 टेस्ट के लिए स्पिन मतलब
अब बस इंडिया 4 टेस्ट के लिए को गए, स्विंग बनाए तो गए, लाइक द पिचेस, इस टाइम द पिचेस लाइक दे मेक स्पिन भी गए, अगर स्विंग भी बनाए तो गए। तो इंडिया के लिए आइडियल पिच क्या है? इंडिया के लिए जब मुस्तफा बोला सी, आई स्टिल थिंक अगर स्पिनिंग ट्रैक आप बना रहे हो अच्छा है, बट आपके बैट्समैन को वो पिचों पे बैट करने भी आना। लाइक यार शर्मिंदगी की बात है कि भाई मैं अपने घर में अगर किसी को क्रिकेट खिलाने बोल रहा हूँ, मैं डक पे जा रहा हूँ, लाइक नॉट दैट घर का तो अलग मसला है, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग लाइक अगर आप अपने घर के पिचेस पे नहीं खेल पा रहे देन व्हाट।
मैं आपको एक चीज बोलूं, मैं एक चीज बोलूँ ये देखो पहले दो टेस्ट मैच में व्हाट वाज द नैरेटिव दैट ऑस्ट्रेलिया को घर भेजा दो, उन लोग को नहीं आ रहा खेलने, ये नहीं आ रहा, वो नहीं आ रहा. Today what have we seen? We seen Australia is a great team. They're the number one team in Test cricket right now, and
Yeah.
so they're here to play as well. And they will also assess the conditions. It took them a bit of time, but now they're understanding conditions as well, and
And
they're
they got
fighting.
and they
It's
got
going
their
to be
team
a tough
also back
series.
together, right?
आप
They
एक
got their
मैच
team
अगर
also back
हारेंगे,
together.
या आप एक मैच अगर हारेंगे और फिर बोलेंगे भाई ये सब गलत है, ये सब गलत, ऐसा थोड़ी होगा. You came with a game plan to beat Australia. You're successful twice. Now one game you're failing, but you can't let go of that. You still won two games. You have one more game to win. If you win that game, whether it's now or in the next game, you win the series. But you have to also understand you're playing a tough Australian team. Yeah, you beat them over there in those conditions, but they're also here to fight, man. They're a top level team. They have spinners as well. They have batters also. Steve Smith is probably the best test batsman in the modern era, average of what, 60? Nathan Lyon is
Yeah.
the best off spinner in the world. Like, they have some quality players as well. So it's not going to be easy. You think you're going to beat them 4-0? It's not going to happen like that. Like, unless tomorrow we see a miracle, it's going to be difficult.
मिरेकल होना तो चाहिए. मिरेकल होपफुली कल अश्विन जडेजा का सबसे बड़ा टेस्ट होगा यार, बिकॉज इफ वी लूज टुमारो अहमदाबाद में माइंडसेट बहुत लाइक मिक्स्ड अप रहेगा, एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया विल बी ऑन द अपर फुट, जो भी बोला आप, because they'll go brooming in with confidence. And if Pat Cummins comes back and they're making that supposedly that green track, माँ क्या मजा आने वाली है देखे तो सोचो.
सॉरी फर्स्ट, फिर से बोलो क्या बोल रहे थे, मैं डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो गया.
क्या है गुन्नू पाजी के कमेंट से, या कोई
हाँ,
कुछ और देख रहे?
बोलो.
पीएसएल देख रहे क्या? पीएसएल में तो पूरे हाल चल रहे हैं लाहौर के. I was saying like if let's say 2-1 हो गया कल, खुदा ना खास्ता,
Which is
अगर 2-1
likely.
हो गया, which is likely, but we still believe. But मेरा
Yeah.
वही है कि अगर 2-1 हो गया, mindset going into अहमदाबाद and supposedly अगर green pitch बना रहे, फिर लग जाते भाई आपके. like
भाई ये
then
तो नहीं
I would say-
बनाता,
नहीं बन- नहीं
बोला
नहीं
ना.
बनाता बोला. and अगर पैट कमिंस वापस आ गया और अच्छी टीम हो जाएगी ऑस्ट्रेलिया की for the fourth test, right? That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
get a much
But
more
this is what we wanted first. Like, I don't understand people, like, first they were saying Australia are not competitive. Now Australia is being competitive. Now everyone's attacking India. This is what you wanted. You wanted a competitive test series, right? You got one. If Australia win tomorrow,
Exactly.
you got a competitive test series. Now you go to Ahmedabad, and yeah, it's all to play for. If you lose the test match, it's not in your hands, the final. If you win the test match,
I'm
but this
just
is what,
saying
as an
boycott.
audience,
Yeah,
huh?
go ahead.
No, as an
Go,
audience,
go,
you're
go.
getting good cricket. You're getting a close series, right? I'm
Yeah.
all for this.
And how many अपन जितने भी लोग ये अभी लाइफ पे हैं या जो भी देखे, कितने लोग 90 ओवर्स देखे like 5 days टेस्ट में? कोई नहीं. और मैं
मुश्किल
भाई
था
मैं बोला ये 2 दिन के टेस्ट में मैं 180 ओवर्स देख चुका. मैं 1-2 ओवर अगर like if you take into consideration छुटे होंगे, बट आप
तो
930 से आप देख रहे.
मगर आप क्यों देख, बट ये भी है कि like it's entertaining also, right? Like today I found it really good. Like I enjoyed the game. I know it was difficult for the batsmen and it was rank turn and everything, but जैसा श्रेयस अय्यर और पुजारा का जो पार्टनरशिप चल रहा था, I really enjoyed that spell of play.
Yeah.
Like I was glued on that, so I'm okay with it. Everyone has a different opinion, but what I don't understand is you can't keep changing the narrative. You want the series to be competitive, but when it's not competitive, you're saying Australia को भेजा दो, ये क्या है, बेकार है. Now when Australia is being competitive, you're saying India bekar hai, they can't play a turn. Yeah, okay, it's going to be difficult. It is a gamble. You're taking a gamble by playing on a ranked runner. For example, on a fast pitch, if you remember the Joe Burke test match, was it the third test match between India and South Africa? South Africa were leading 2-0. They made it even worse, that pitch. But what happened? Their players started getting injured and Bumrah started bowling bouncers, this, that, and India won that test match. Shami, I think, picked up a fifer or something. So, like when you make pitches like that, if it's whether it's a green or a ranked runner, you get the opposition into play as well. It's not like you're going to completely dominate. From entertainment point of view, I feel this should not be day one pitch. But it depends on what you think about entertainment. If you like to see runs, you like to see 500 runs, 400 runs scored, double hundred, triple hundred, then yeah, like sure. Like for me, entertainment, this is fun because it's finished. It's like there's always action. Every ball, there's a boundary as well. They're getting out as well. Yes, this is a bit extreme wicket compared to the first two, but those two were also ranked turners, man. Like it was like one Rohit Sharma class innings, and the other was like your tail helped you. Otherwise, those were also turners. अब कोई नहीं बोलेगा ऐसे वैसे. देखो 3 दिन में खत्म हुआ. एग्जैक्टली 3 दिन में खत्म हुआ. ये सही पॉइंट है. मैं कोई बोलेगा नहीं ये. And you saw that I told you first 250 it's going to be enough for South Africa. They already have enough.
Rabada came out, but I mean they did try to fight back in the middle. There was a good partnership between
Blackwood,
Jermaine
and
and
yeah,
like
I was watching that. It
yeah,
was good.
Myers.
But it was fun, right? It was fun.
Yeah, it was
But
fun.
but was it helping the fast bowlers? Yes or no?
Yeah, 100%.
It was favoring the fast bowlers all 3 days, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
वैसा है. Lahore finished with 148.
yeah. Beast, Sikku bhai, beast, Sikku bhai,
Bro,
beast.
that's a competitive score with their bowling attack. But let's
Sikandar
see.
bhai is coming to Punjab Kings, man. I'm scared now. ओहो, अरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया का फैन आ गया भाई, आज ऑस्ट्रेलिया का फैन आ गया भाई. क्या हुआ? स्टीव स्मिथ से बात हो गई सुधीर भाई?
सुधीर भाई जा रहे हैं शायद 4 टेस्ट मैच देखने.
क्या करेंगे? उन्होंने बोले थे मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, फिर जाऊंगा. क्या करेगी?
WPL भी स्टार्ट होने वाला है. क्या लग रहा है आरसीबी इधर करेगी कुछ? भाई कर सकती
आरसीबी
है.
शायद का
टीम अच्छी
चांस
है और
बहुत है, चांस बहुत है इनके
कंपटीशन
पास.
भी कम है. अभी 5 टीम है नहीं, कंपेयर टू 10 टीम्स इन द मेंस. तो चांसेस तो है ज्यादा, लेकिन दूसरे मेरे को दिल्ली कैपिटल्स की टीम भी अच्छी लग रही, यूपी की भी अच्छी टीम लग रही, आरसीबी. ये 3 टीम्स बहुत अच्छी लग रही. एंड मुंबई में there's 2 players who can win games on their own. I think Harmanpreet and Nat Skiver. So
Yeah.
yeah, they could win.
Meg Lanning is the captain of Delhi, bro. So
Yes, that was announced today, right? She just landed, I think,
Yeah.
today afternoon, and they made her captain.
Oh, and Ibrahim
BCI have
bhai just
announced
said it
Lanning
again.
as
So
their
yeah,
captain.
this Lanning, man, अगर इन IPL भी जीत गई तो खत्म. इसको best captain of all time डाल देना.
Yeah.
Cricket का man, she won
That's a
everything.
good shout, man. I don't know why there was a debate early on, but yeah, that team also has is Deepti in that. She's in UP. There's Jamima is in that team in Delhi Capitals.
Jamima
And
is young,
Shefali.
but like she still has time.
Shefali is
Yeah,
also there.
Jamima.
Shefali Verma, Jemmy. So they have good players. Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, Faz, from Australia's point of view as well, they bowled really well. We know that they fielded really well. Tomorrow, how do you think they're going to approach it? Is it just like pull out those sweeps, be aggressive? Because if there's early wickets in the first 2 overs, then they will be under pressure no matter what, even though they can still get to the target.
Yeah, I think they should just go like Khwaja on the back foot, a little bit less aggressive, and Travis Head plays a natural game. And then you can assess if you can actually come out and smash, or if it's actually a turning wicket, then एक आध विकेट गए जब तक आप समझ सकते हैं कि हाँ भाई ये कैसी विकेट या कैसा.
वो तो समझ गए वो कैसा विकेट है. The ball's
No, in
standing
the sense,
match.
देखो, no, I'm just saying 75 runs might look small and you go out all guns blazing. Don't do that. I would not do that. I would play as a normal, day of cricket. Play it out. Don't take risks on these things. अगर ट्रैविस हेड को करना है कर लेने दो, लेकिन ख्वाजा should still keep his wicket. Australia shouldn't just get excited कि भाई 75 पे हम लोग जीतने वाले. अगर अश्विन और जडेजा घुस गए भाई, then like you said, the minute it's 4 to 5 wickets gone on 25 or 30 runs, then खत्म. अब आपको टक टक ही खेलना पड़ेगा. आप aggressive ना को खेल ही नहीं सकते आप. तो yeah, I would say just play it as a normal
One
day
guy
of
hold
cricket.
the end and the others attack.
Exactly.
I
One
think
guy
that's
hold
where
the knife.
India made a mistake. If you see the Iyer Pujara partnership, there should have been more partnerships like that, where Iyer was playing his shots and Pujara was holding one end, whereas Virat Kohli was trying to hold the end, and KS Bharat was holding an end. Ashwin, everybody was trying to hold the end, while Pujara is already doing that. I think it needs to be more balanced.
And that is why people are saying ना कि अक्षर को भी लेके आना था, क्योंकि अक्षर can play good shots and अक्षर can hold as well. So I think that is also one reason that you need to really understand कि एंकर कौन बन सकता है और हिटर कौन बन सकता है, उसके हिसाब से शायद आप लाइनअप जमाओ. और कल ऑस्ट्रेलिया अगर आई थिंक फॉर नॉट कर दी तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. आई एम प्रीटी श्योर 3 विकेट तो जाएंगे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के. कुछ तो होना है, स्पाइस आना, एंड लाइक क्या होना.
And it's a good time to bowl. First session is always a good time to bowl. If you saw today as well, first session, yesterday first session. So I think
because if you see from Australia's point, Cam Green and Hanscom were playing very easily, like आराम से खेल रहे थे, कुछ टेंशन. But minute Cam Green left and then टकाटक जो विकेटां चले आ रहे थे, it just
pretty much
shattered
like
it.
Iyer and Pujara also, they were looking very good, man. They were looking both like
exactly.
Iyer उठा के एक mid wicket के ऊपर जो छक्का मारा, that was incredible shot. Like and normally you get out like playing cross the line, but yeah, he played really well. So I felt that partnership was looking good as well. And after that, the wickets kept flowing for Australia. Jemmy is DC vice captain, Deepti is UP vice captain, Healy is UP captain. Are Healy versus Mannings, Lannings. Sorry, not Beth. And Beth Mooney is also captain, right? Of someone?
Beth Mooney is UP's
Gujarat.
captain, if I'm not wrong.
Gujarat.
Is he in Gujarat or UP?
No, Gujarat. UP captain is Healy.
अच्छा. इस सीरीज में टॉस
सुनील ओपी को भी लेके आओ कभी भाई. बिल्कुल, हम तो रेडी है, पूछेंगे उनसे. इस सीरीज में जो टॉस जीतेगा वो हारेगा. वो तो ऐसा दिख रहा है, मगर मैं ऑनेस्टली बताऊं, आई डोंट थिंक टॉस इज मेकिंग अ बिग डिफरेंस। वो ऐसा लग रहा है कि बॉलिंग करके आप
जीत जा
बेसिकली
रहे।
टॉस जीतेगा वो हारेगा, हाँ वही हो रहा, लाइक एवरीवनस बैटिंग फर्स्ट एंड द लूजिंग, बट आई रियली डोंट थिंक इट्स द टॉस मैन। बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
आई से कि टॉस इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है। इट्स लाइक अगर आप देखो ऑस्ट्रेलिया दिल्ली के टेस्ट में जीत सकती थी। ऑस्ट्रेलिया जस्ट डिडंट होल्ड, इट्स अबाउट होल्डिंग योर नर्व आई थिंक रादर देन टॉस। अगर आप संभल के सुलझावे सुलझे हुए तरीके में आप खेल सकते, देन यू हैव, बिकॉज आप देखो पुजारा, ख्वाजा and like first time Rohit Sharma bhi century mara, so it was spinning in all the times, but
Yeah.
you have to take out the best batting ability that you have, and you saw Virat Kohli also in the second test जो 44 मारे। तो अगर वैसे लोग आप पूरे ऐसा खेले जहाँ पे प्रेशर सोक करें, बॉल सॉफ्ट कर रहे, स्ट्रेटेजी, ये गेम में स्ट्रेटेजी ज्यादा है, दिमाग लगा के खेलना है, नॉट जस्ट के भाई स्पिनरों के बिरते पे आप जीत रहे, बट आपको बैटिंग में रन्स बनाना है, तो दैट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। आई थिंक इट्स मोर देन दैट, हु होल्ड्स हिज नर्व, who plays control cricket more than anything else.
सही है, सरफराज का डेब्यू नहीं करे, करियर बनने से पहले खत्म हो जाता है ये पिच पे। हो सकता था, आई मीन हाइंडसाइट दैट्स अ गुड
अच्छा
पॉइंट।
अच्छा अच्छा ही छुआ नहीं खेला उन्हें। अच्छा ही छुआ नहीं खेला उन्हें।
उसका करियर खत्म हो जाता है। इंग्लैंड में क्या करेंगे, ये अनदर फाइनल आई ओपनर। देखो
इंग्लैंड में आई वुड से कि आईपीएल के पहले ही, थोड़ा एंडिंग के पहले जाके आप कैंप लगा लो और जस्ट स्पिन स्विंग स्विंग का कंडीशन समझो, बिकॉज देखो आप यहाँ पे कुछ भी कर ले रहे, वहां पे उन लोगों का है भाई नेक्स्ट लेवल। सो आई थिंक वहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया विल बी मच मोर कंफर्टेबल देन व्हाटएवर इन इंडिया, एंड या आई मीन वही करना पड़ेगा, कैंप लगाना पड़ेगा 10 दिन का।
या स्मिथ बहुत चालू कैप्टन है। या आज तो उन्हें बहुत जबरदस्त कैप्टनसी करा, लाइक आई फेल्ट दैट ही वाज द वे ही ब्रॉट मिचेल स्टार्क इन, फील्ड प्लेसमेंट्स वर रियली गुड एज वेल। ख्वाजा को जो प्लेस करा था वहां पे, उसकी खुद की कैचिंग अच्छी थी, लेग स्लिप पे खड़ा हुआ था, तो या ही कैप्टन रियली वेल। ही हैज एक्सपीरियंस आल्सो, ही हैज वन अ टेस्ट मैच इन इंडिया एज कैप्टन राइट इन 2017, तो ही हैज दैट एक्सपीरियंस एंड ही इज शोइंग इट। And this Australian team is here to play, man. Like whoever was criticizing them and making fun of them, they've shown कि भाई हम लोग भी खेल सकते हैं ranked runner पे, right? So that's what you want to do in cricket. Whatever the conditions are, you come out to play, man, and that's what they're doing exactly. 2 matches running लगातार, everyone was saying कि भाई these guys don't know how to play, and other people were making excuses. This is unfair. India is utilizing home condition. Now everyone's saying India doesn't know how to play spinners. But these are the pitches. It's going to be.
But the main thing, Mustafa, what people are forgetting is in these innings and everything, the main criteria for runs is what, like rotation of strike. वो नहीं कर रहे कोई भी। Like अगर आप उस्मान ख्वाजा की इनिंग जो अपन देखे, उससे पहले आप पुजारा की ख्वाजा,
there's a reason also. If you see the way Smith is setting that in outfield,
outfield,
right?
yeah.
The in outfield that he's setting is making it difficult to rotate strike. That's also very good captaincy. Where उन्हें दे रहा single आपको, उन्हें single नहीं दे रहा, like he's making you, he's giving you a single where you have to take a risk, play a sweep or against cross the line, right? That's where he's giving you a single. Where you're doing tuk, he has infield, like he has fielders right
Infield,
there.
yeah.
So you can't do tuk and run. So that field placement is also making it difficult. And on this kind of pitch, strike rotation is not that easy. Like I understand what you're saying, but if you look the way the ball is turning, it's not going to be easy. And the field placing that he's put in place is making it even more difficult. Australia भी एंड में चोक हो गए थे, right? Strike rotation में after the Cameron Green partnership was broken, they were also stuck at
Cam
place.
Green.
Yeah. वैगन भी छोड़ के नहीं जाते आईपीएल खत्म होने के पहले। Yeah, देखो आई ओपनर, yeah, I agree with Don. They're not only for the IPL, वो तो होएगा ही नहीं, but देखो criticism
छोड़ते तो नहीं, but like I think,
हाँ,
yeah, criticism.
आप फिर से आ जाओ जाके भैया। बीसीसीआई ईसीबी से बात कर रहे हैं, काउंटी टीम से 3 दिन मैच कर ले। या देखो आइडियली आपको जाके 2 हफ्ते का कैंप करना चाहिए, बिकॉज यू हैव टू गेट यूज्ड टू द कंडीशंस वहां पे। वो भी मौसम बदलते रहता है इंग्लैंड में, कभी सर्दी, कभी गर्मी, कभी धूप, कभी छांव, इट्स ऑलवेज डिफरेंट इन इंग्लैंड। सो आई थिंक यू हैव टू गो देयर 2 weeks prepared, like Faiz said, at least minimum 2 weeks, play a couple of warm up games as well, up nets भी करो, and then you can go and play that match. But whether that will happen or not, it's not in our hands, and I don't know if that's
बट
likely.
यूजुअली होता लाइक रेस्ट ऑफ इंडिया ऐसा कुछ तो भी समाचार रहते थे शुरू में, लाइक इवन लाइक
पहले
इंग्लैंड
होता
डिड
था,
दिस।
पहले
अबू
होता
धाबी में
था।
भी करे, अभी इंग्लैंड अभी अबू धाबी में भी करे बिफोर अ टूर दैट दे वेंट एंड प्लेड इंग्लैंड लायंस और समथिंग लाइक दैट, दे हैड अ टेस्ट। कर तो सकते हैं भाई कुछ भी, यहाँ पे बीसीसीआई का उतना
Yeah,
दबाव है।
before they came to Pakistan, they came to the UAE and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
Mein they did a camp. You
yeah.
can do it, but there's IPL in between. That's the thing.
आईपीएल की मार का तो हैदराबाद जीता है दूसरे के।
हाँ, ये पढ़िए आप।
आईपीएल को इतना भी क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं करना चाहिए, दूसरे भी यही खेल खेल के वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं। उन्होंने बोला है, स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि बिकॉज ऑफ आईपीएल वो हुआ, तो हमारी टीम अगर जीत जाती तो आईपीएल जिंदाबाद बोलते। इंटरेस्टिंग। आईपीएल को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं कर रहे भाई, लेकिन आईपीएल का अगर आप ड्यूरेशन देखें, इम्पैक्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ लाइक दे आर बॉसिंग एवरीथिंग, राइट। अगर आप इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट को साइड कर दे रहे तो आप योर इम्पैक्ट है। अगर इंग्लैंड, अच्छा आप ही बोल दो गुरनूर पाजी, व्हाट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, आईपीएल ट्रॉफी और दैट मेस इन इंग्लैंड? What's more important, right? I would say the Mace, because IPL is just a domestic. So आप दूसरे domestic leagues को देख लो, BBL को देख लो, Australia was playing a series with South Africa. PSL तो आप छोड़ दो, PSL happens when like nothing. But then BPL के टाइम बांग्लादेश खेल रही थी, so you don't give that much importance to a domestic league. I know कि इंडिया में क्या है, बॉलीवुड और क्रिकेट ये सब जो फैशन बना दिए इसको, that is what makes it more attractive and it has become a source of पैसा। बट अगर आपको इंटरनेशनल सीन में इंडिया को देख लो और बाकी की टीमों को देख लो, इंडिया हैज नॉट वन एन आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट सिंस 2013, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैज वन बैक टू बैक, इंग्लैंड हैज वन बैक टू बैक, और कौन, न्यूजीलैंड वन द टेस्ट, वेस्ट इंडीज वन आईसीसी ट्रॉफी। सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट यू हैव टू मैनेज दैट वर्कलोड, राइट। यू कांट बी सो कि आईपीएल के आप अपना जो नेशनल ड्यूटी है वो भी आप रेट ले ले।
The thing is, वो गुरनूर पाजी, फैज भाई जो बोल रहे हैं, देखो वो सही है, बिकॉज अगर आप देखो आईपीएल को ब्लेम नहीं कर रहे हैं ऑल द टाइम, मतलब इतना भी नहीं क्रिटिसिज्म करना चाहिए, वो भी मैं मानता हूँ आपकी बात की। आईपीएल has also done a lot for cricket, it's done a lot for fans, it's done a lot for foreign players, it's done a lot for Indian players. सैलरी भी बढ़ गई, पैसा भी है, एंटरटेनमेंट भी है, सब कुछ है, मैं मानता हूँ। लेकिन आप देखो इंग्लैंड की टीम, बेन स्टोक्स कैप्टन है, he is going to not play the playoffs, आप लिख के ले लो, he is going to go and play the Ireland test match because Ashes आने वाला है। So that is what Faiz is saying. Faiz is saying कि भाई आप खेलो आईपीएल, कोई नहीं रोक रहे, मगर जब अगर वो इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है, जैसा आईसीसी की ट्रॉफी इज ऑन द लाइन, वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप इज ऑन द लाइन, फिर आपको थोड़ा जल्दी निकल के जाके आपको खेलना है वहां पे। यू हैव टू बैलेंस इट। अगर आप पूरा आईपीएल खेलेंगे और वहां पे इंजर हो गए या वो हो गए, यू डोंट हैव इनफ प्रिपरेशन, फिर आप वो हार जाएंगे मैच, एंड फिर आईपीएल का क्या करेंगे आप? लाइक यार आप ट्रॉफी जीतो या ना जीतो, बट एटलीस्ट इंडिया के लिए अगर आप खेल रहे हैं, यू नीड टू बैलेंस इट। दैट्स व्हाट इंग्लैंड इज डूइंग।
शामी इंजर हो जाता है जस्ट बिफोर अ बिग टूर्नामेंट, जसप्रीत बुमराह तो इंजर्ड रहता है, रोहित शर्मा गेट्स इंजर्ड फ्रीक्वेंटली, सो इट डज टेक अ टोल। आप निचोड़ के आप अपने आप को कसते रहे, एंड आई वुड कॉल आउट कि भाई आईपीएल की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आईपीएल इज जस्ट अ ब्रांड ऑफ क्रिकेट, आईपीएल हैज नॉट, बट द ओनर्स हैव सो मच होल्ड इन द मार्केट कि आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। अगर अंबानी बोल रहा खेलो बोल, तो आप भाई शाहरुख खान सलमान खान जाके खाना परोसते उनके बच्चों की शादी में, तो ये तो क्रिकेटर्स है। आई मीन that is the problem, the owners of those teams are having such a big impact in the world कि आप कुछ नहीं बोल सकते।
Yeah, then you have to take the fact that you will lose, India will lose a series.
Exactly, then don't expect
Yeah,
big
don't expect
things
to
in
win every single trophy.
yeah,
Because there
but
has to be some preparation over there. BCCI से ECB मैच करो धर्म से, मैच बेन स्टोक्स कैप्टन, मतलब मैच
PCCI
कराओ
से
बोल रहे हैं।
मैच करो, धर्म से मैच, धर्मशाला धर्म से मैच करो, okay,
But
means
don't you think such
like a break for
pitches make India habitual of having advantage, and that's why when true pitches made by ICC comes in ICC tournaments we fail? No, I don't think so. I'll tell you why. The reason is because I think now with India's new pace battery, new in the sense in the last 4 or 5 years, the way they're bowling, they can be competitive in away conditions.
anyway,
Or
yeah.
they beat Australia 2-1. They drew to England 2-2. Yes, they should have won that last test match. It's very disappointing. But yeah, they drew 2-2 against South Africa. It was very disappointing. But they are competitive away conditions as well. India, I don't think having ranked runners will really affect over there. It's on the day, like how you play, like that's what it is. That's what I feel. And listen, the ranked run is also giving the opposition a chance to win games as well, because your batting is also not being able to, it won't be able to continuously.
Sustain. Yeah.
There's going to be one game where you drop, and that's what's happening right now. So that's just my opinion. You can disagree with me, Fez. Like, it's just the how I look at it. I think that what I've
No, I
seen.
mean, if you look at their away record, it is good, right? Like you mentioned, Australia, England, Bangladesh, also for that matter, they just played on a flatter wicket when you compare it to this one.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is there. I don't think it is going to be a problem for him because they have, but it is just that workload, right? Every other 2 days, someone is playing a match somewhere, and that is the only thing that is leading to us not, being able to compete at the highest level, maybe.
Hmm. Even Pakistan also won Champions
Yeah,
Trophy.
yawning.
आईपीएल ने बुमराह दिया, हार्दिक उमरान दिया, बिल्कुल। बिल्कुल, मैं मानता हूँ ये बात। देखो, आईपीएल के वजह से लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स हैव कम इनटू, थिंक उमरान मलिक 100%, एंड लाइक आई रियली वांट टू डू अ स्टोरी ऑन दिस एज़ वेल, लाइक हाउ विदाउट आईपीएल वुड ही हैव बीन एबल टू बी फास्ट ट्रैक दिस क्विकली एंड प्ले फॉर इंडिया एंड पोटेंशियली प्ले 50 ओवर World Cup for India. That's 100% there. But that's where the balance has to come. If you see, PSL has also got Shadab, it's got Fakhar Zaman. These guys
Azam
are
Khan.
Azam Khan. So like like these domestic tournaments are really good, but that's where you have to balance it out. For example, last year Mumbai Indians were done. The 7 games हार गए थे, खत्म हो गया था. There was 6 games remaining. Rohit Sharma played every single one of those matches. Then what happened? He got sick or injured or whatever. He didn't play that last Test match in England. KL Rahul got injured.
क्योंकि
So
आपको क्राउड पुल करने वाली भी मशीन होना ना, लाइक
तो
रोहित
मैं
शर्मा
वही
अगर
बोल रहा
नहीं
हूँ, आप
खेला।
करो, मगर कभी कभी आपको रोटेट करना
मैं
पड़ेगा,
मैं
राइट?
वही बोलना चाह रहा हूँ अंशुल भाई, हम ये नहीं बोल रहे कि आईपीएल, हम जब आईपीएल आता भाई हम बहुत एक्साइटेड रहते, मैं मुस्तफा हम लोग सब एक्साइटेड रहते भाई, हैदराबाद खेल रहा हूँ, ऑब्वियसली अपनी सिटी है, वो एक अलग पैशन है। लेकिन जब आप इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे खेल रहे हो, आपको ये भी समझना है कि भाई अगर ये गया तो भाई वो बड़ी चीज कौन सी वो देखना है। एंड जैसे मौका अगर आपको है कि भाई आप बैठ सकते हो, आप अगर टाइम ऑफ ले सकते हो, आप रिकूपरेट करना है आपको इंजरी से, ले लो भाई, वो बेटर कॉल है ना। बिकॉज 6 मैच जो आप हारी हुई टूर्नामेंट में क्या ही करोगे, बट ऑब्वियसली ओनर के हिसाब से अगर आप सोचो तो भाई मेरी सीटें वानखेड़े में फुल होना है, तो देयर
और
अ
आप
लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर फॉर देम।
और अब यार ये भी देखो कि foreign players, apart from a few, they're not nailed to play every single game because there's only 4 foreigners that can play. So there is more rotation. For example, Johnny Bairstow was benched for half the season for Sunrisers. Now they're also Raja Paksa. These guys will be rotated. Whereas the Indian
Yeah.
players are playing every single game, lagatar. So if you see, foreign players are coming and playing, but not all of them are playing every single game. Maybe a Josh Butler.
Yeah.
Maybe Jofra Archer, I don't think he's going to play every single game for Mumbai Indians this season, even if he's fully fit, because
But
they will
Bumrah injured,
rotate.
maybe Bumrah being injured.
Maybe, but in my opinion, I think they will rotate him
But they
because
have Cameron Green also, right? So yeah, I guess.
you have options and you're only 4 players, so that's also there. Whereas India, you're playing every single game, and more often than not, this time it's not going to be like that. More often than not, the IPL is either preceded or like before an IPL there's a World Cup, or after an IPL there's a World Cup. So that's also a problem. Here, there's a bit of gap, so you're okay with it. But in
Yeah.
general, that also happens, right? So the Indian players get tired more. Yes, मैं अभी वही बोल रहा हूँ कि उसमें प्लेयर्स को फैसला लेना का है, अगर बीसी से चाहिए किसी को भी आईपीएल से ब्रेक दिलवा सकती।
बिल्कुल दिलवा सकती है, बट पॉइंट जो मुस्तफा जस्ट 2 मिनट्स पहले ये भी बोला कि भाई दे आर इंडियन प्लेयर्स एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, बट वही है कि भाई फ्रेंचाइज ओनर कहीं को सुनेगा ना गुरनूर पाजी। एंड आई थिंक ऐसे टाइम पे करो जहाँ पे आपको आगे 1 महीने के बाद कोई टूर्नामेंट नहीं हो। जैसे अगर आप पीबीएल लेना तो आईपीएल के लेवल पे नहीं है, बट इंडिया का कैलेंडर इतना फुल है कि कोई ऐसी जगह है नहीं वो 12 महीनों में कि जहाँ पे इंडिया अगर आईपीएल खेल रही है, इंडियन प्लेयर्स दे डोंट हैव अ मंथ ब्रेक आफ्टर दैट, कहीं भी नहीं है पूरे कैलेंडर में।
और पहले यही ब्रेक होता था अप्रैल में, जब सचिन लोग
यही
जब
ब्रेक
खेलते
होता
थे,
था,
यही ब्रेक होता था।
एग्जैक्टली
फिर
एग्जैक्टली।
आप जून में श्रीलंका का टूर रहता था,
आई
दैट्स व्हेन
इंडियन ऑयल का भी आयशा
we used to watch it together in the summer holidays. वो वहां से
या।
शुरू होता था।
सो
या
आपके पास जून था एंड जुलाई था, एंड इतना लोड नहीं दिखता क्योंकि 20 ओवर ही खेलना है, राइट। तो आप पहले जमाने में ये दिखता अरे 20 ओवर है ना, क्या है लाइट, अपन खेल सकते हैं, बट अब एवरी डे मैच है, एवरी अदर डे ट्रैवलिंग है, एवरी अदर डे भाई पागल है आदमी।
yeah, like that's it is what it is part and parcel of modern day cricket. and
Yep.
that's where you have to make the call. Like as a player, you'll have to make the call. Keep high. If I can't take it, I need to take that risk. I need to take a pay cut, or I need to think, because you have to also look at India, the Indian team as well, right? So, but I'm saying that, like, if you want to play IPL, no problem. But then, like, if India is not doing well, then, like, you'll have to listen to criticism about that as well. So it's good. That's part and parcel of being a cricketer or being invested in this sport.
Yeah, 100%. बिल्कुल.
देखो अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया का क्या हो रहा था अभी, सब क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे थे. आई वाज लिसनिंग on Fox Cricket here and there. Everybody was saying, even the Indian media was criticizing that these guys didn't prepare properly for this Indian tour. They only did like some training in Adelaide. They didn't play a warm-up game in India. These players were playing BPL instead of coming to India early, because if you remember, after the South Africa series they're playing BBL. So this is up Kaura. Now the narrative has changed suddenly. Nathan Lyon is crazy, Smith is thing. So it's result dependent as well, and that's
Of
how
course.
changing. The discussions keep changing depending on the situation. हाँ फैज बोलिए.
शायद मैं गलत हो सकता हूँ, लेकिन बीसीसीआई डोमिनेटिंग है. उनको भी चाहिए कि आईपीएल ऐसे टाइम में होता है तो आईसीसी को बोल सकते हैं कि आगे आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट का कोई बिग इवेंट है तो उससे आगे. बट दैट इज नॉट फेयर ऑन द इंटरनेशनल कंट्रीज ना. आप इंटरनेशनल लेवल और लोकल डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे आप नहीं बोल सकते वो चीज, राइट? बिकॉज वहां पे कंट्रीज आ रहे हैं, यहाँ पे आप अपने अपने कंट्री को रेवेन्यू दिलाने के चक्कर में आप दूसरे कंट्रीज का वो
I
कर
have a
रहे हो.
question though, because I know the IPL has crazy rights and everything, and they're making loads of money, a lot of money. But I have a question: World Cup, the broadcasting rights and all this, don't they go higher than IPL because there's more audience? Like, for example, like if you're going to market an India Pakistan game compared to a RCB Mumbai game, it should be. I understand that the owners are pumping money, but how does that work? Like, for example, agar ab just October mein रहेगा, isn't that a money making thing for BCCI, ICC and stuff as well?
It
World
is, but I'll tell you the difference. In an IPL thing, because they're more majority Indian players and it's city oriented, right? There is always a rivalry, and that more Indians will watch those matches every day rather than watching a match between like Zimbabwe, West Indies, South Africa, West Indies. They'll not watch it at that capacity. And India, I'm talking about just India, right? And India is the most dominant country in watching cricket. अगर आप IPL का ले लो, I would want to. I बोलता, let's say an Indian भाई मुंबई का भी देखेगा, दिल्ली का भी देखेगा, because he knows the city's name, he knows the players' names, rather than like Zondo and Tamba Bavuma, or like watching England versus Ireland or something like that, right? So, and a World Cup is like not a festival, right? It's just like हाँ भाई World Cup है, international team है. But IPL में क्या आप शाहरुख खान, सलमान खान mix कर देते, and you get like crazy rumors and news कि ये हुआ, and होटल अपने होटलों में जाके लोग देखते हैं, तो वो चीज़ा play a lot of role. And again, at the end of the day, much more Indian oriented. Sanju Samson खेल रहा, केरला के लोग खुश हो जाते हैं. But in a World Cup, it's different because आप खाली Australia,
Only
India,
when India
India,
is
England.
playing, you're seeing when India is playing, that's where the
Exactly.
profit is.
That's where the profit
Can't
is.
you capitalize on that? Because when India is playing Pakistan, you have the whole Pakistan, you have all of India, you have a lot of people watching that game.
But again,
Much
India,
more.
Pakistan के अलावा you leave other countries like Australia, England, they don't watch that much. Like England maybe, but like not the other countries, right? So it's just 3 out of 4. Here it's 10 out of 10. Teams.
Smith and Labuschagne will be prepared for the WTC final as they're playing county before that. Excellent. Yeah, they will
Yeah,
be. Yeah.
they will be.
जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया 3 दिन में हार के बाद क्या ये पिच दे दो, हम इस प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, इंडियन बैट्समैन नहीं बोले हम भी प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे. या एग्जैक्टली उन लोग मना भी कर दिए थे नागपुर में या कहीं ग्राउंड्स में, दे वाटर मना नहीं कर रहे थे, दे सेड ओके, फिर पानी फेर दिए थे उस पे, दे weren't allowed to practice. And there was also talks about KS Bharat not coming into that optional practice when he should have, and why don't they practice and all that. These things will come, man, when you're losing. ये सारी नेशंस बैठे हैं और देख के क्या चल रहा है, लोगों का इंटरेस्ट किधर है, क्योंकि हर साल आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट नहीं चल सकता है, कोई मजा नहीं आएगा. तो ऐसा बोलते हैं, मगर देखो अब ये 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप आ रहा, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि इट विल हैव मोर eyeballs than any other tournament, because now
India में yeah.
Not only that, it's in India, but like it's with I just feel that the World Cup itself, 50 over, it's क्या बोलते हैं उसको, historic. It's like what we were brought up on and everything. एक मैच फंसा दो आप इंडिया पाकिस्तान का, just like the MCG thing, it'll break records in terms of views and
हाँ,
all that.
इंडिया पाकिस्तान तो हमेशा रिकॉर्ड ब्रेकिंग रहेगा भाई, लेकिन that's the thing, right? Like 50 overs again, you will watch 50 overs India Pakistan, but will you watch like 50 overs Bangladesh and like another team? वैसा मैं सोच रहा हूँ, that's the only way I'm looking at it. अपने लिए तो देखो, अपने लिए
That's
तो it
true.
is
That's
definitely
true. That's true. But India playing any match 50 over, everybody will
100, it
watch.
will, yeah, 100% they'll watch. But then
I
again, there are
understand. Like
nine
Bangladesh versus Australia, you
other
might not watch.
other 9 teams or how many ever team play the World Cup. That is where the money is going, right? In IPL, 10 out of
Yeah,
10.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Like I didn't think of it like that. It was a genuine question. I didn't know the answer. So like, thank you, sir, for letting me know. No, seriously, I swear I didn't know.
World
World
Cup
Cup
is
is
a
the first
festival,
thing, bro.
bro.
Cricket going
Cricket
football
going
route
football.
once in 4 years में important रहता है बस class.
It's not a global sport, right, Don? Like it's not football में भाई आप नाइजीरिया के भी रहो, आप मोजाम्बिक के भी रहो, आपके प्लेयर्स कहाँ से आते भाई, वो विलेजेस से आते, तो वो एक और डीप कनेक्ट रहता ना। यहाँ पे पुट्टे कहाँ के रह के बन जाते क्रिकेटर्स, एंड दैट होल सीन ऑफ हाउ यू बिकम अ क्रिकेटर, only a few like Irfan Pathan or Umran Malik or like Rohit, these guys come through the cracks. But in football, it's like there's a more like क्या बोलते हैं, एक हार्ट अटैचमेंट। आप अपन इंडियंस रह के अपन देखो हाउ वी सपोर्ट लाइक क्रेजी, राइट? इट्स that attachment, I think, and I think that's the only thing where football is more globally recognized when you compare it to cricket, right? And that's the only difference why it's more festival oriented there. And India, obviously, it will be a festival. आप फिर ला लेंगे नोरा फतेही को, आप फिर ला लेंगे इनको को, आप एक बना देंगे, but it will never be like what we saw in Qatar or what we saw in the previous, like South Africa में भी जो World Cup हुआ था, it was fantastic, but that's the only difference between cricket and
No,
football.
that's
And
because
football,
there's a more global audience. Like that's the only reason. Like
exactly,
it
yeah,
is like
global. That's
like
my
we
point.
will enjoy it probably as much. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking. Like we will like people who are
exactly.
watching both sports will enjoy it. Like I'm sure. अगर फुटबॉल
Yeah,
वर्ल्ड कप हर साल होता तो भाई उसका भी क्रेज खत्म होगा। अब देखो फर्क ये है कि फुटबॉल में
exactly.
domestic, आप जैसा आप ये बोल रहे हैं कि लेकिन आईपीएल भी बेसिकली फुटबॉल इज दे हैव ऑल दीज प्रीमियर लीग, चैंपियंस लीग, स्पेनिश लीग, फ्रेंच लीग, वो तो हर रोज मैच रहता है भाई। आज पकड़ो, आज भी मैच है फुटबॉल का, राइट? फेस्ट
Yeah, yeah.
मैड्रिड वर्सेस
Madrid
बार्सिलोना गेम
Barcelona. Yeah.
yesterday 4 मैच थे फुटबॉल के, लोग देखते हैं वो। so people watch that now. It's different. Football has a different kind of market, and they've marketed differently. It's more about domestic
Or
than
I also
because
the
you
lawyer.
कोई सोप तो देखते हैं। First, we know so many people who even watch like championship games. They'll watch
चैंपियनशिप
second division, third.
रोनाल्डो के लिए तो सऊदी लीग भी देखते लोग, तो आई मीन वही तो चीज है। बट अगेन मुस्तफा आप देख लो, सिटी ओरिएंटेड है भी ये चीज। आप जो बच्चे लाइक अपन तो खैर इंडिया के है, बट लाइक इंग्लैंड के ले लो, फ्रेंच के ले लो, लियोन है,
हम लोग
मार्से है।
देखो उन लोग ऐसा बना है कि they made the city like their city. like मैनचेस्टर में हम कोई पैदा हुए
एग्जैक्टली,
नहीं।
एग्जैक्टली। हैदराबाद में आप देख लो, आधे
लंदन
चेन्नई के फैंस है, कह बोलो धोनी। पॉइंट वो है ना कि आप कैसा अपने टीम,
मार्केट
अपनी जो
करते
सिटी
हैं।
है, हाउ यू मार्केट इट। एग्जैक्टली।
Last time England won World Cup in 1966. India will win once in 10-15 years. But there's
इंडिया
more
माइट
World Cups, I think, in cricket. So like India has more chance like to win. I think compared to England, had to wait every 4 years. India, in cricket,
एंड
there's a
मैन,
lot of World Cups.
या एंड कंपेटिटिवनेस कैसा है यार फुटबॉल में।
मैं सोच रहा अभी अहमदाबाद में क्या पिच मिलने वाली है। It's gonna turn, bro. I don't think.
Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about that, man. Like they
I,
if they win by some miracle tomorrow, hopefully, inshallah, then it might be something else. But otherwise, there's no other. Ahmedabad is going to be
because
cracking.
that's the route which has got you to this position where you need one more win to qualify for the WTC championship. I know everybody today is talking about आपको नहीं आता spin खेलने, ये खेलने, वो खेलने, but you have to remember you're still 2-0 up until tomorrow. You're 2-0 up.
Yep.
And how are you 2-0 up? On turners. So they're going to, they should continue like that. I know that this is not the popular opinion today. Everybody is saying आप ऐसे क्यों पिच बना रहे भाई। आप सिंपल बात है, अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया टॉस जीत गई, आप फ्लैट ट्रैक पे उन लोग 500 मार दिया, फिर पिच टूटने तो टूटने वाली है, राइट? Day 3, 4. It's not in India because of the conditions, because of the soil texture, because of the way the pitch is made and everything. The pitch is going to break up. It's not going to hold all 5 days. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Even
I know
if it's green, it will become home.
कराची याद आ गया भाई, कराची। नहीं, but
It will
Karachi
become
still.
wrong. So
I don't
like
know how
they're not
Karachi
going to
was
take
like
that
there.
risk.
Yeah,
And
they won't.
I know that there's me and Don are listening to someone all day talking about this is you have to bowl first, you have to bowl first. This is not toss dependent, these pitches. It's not.
No,
It's just
definitely
like
not.
coincidental that the team bowling first is winning. It's very coincidental. There will be
वही है ना।
more stories like that. आप रुको खाली 2040 तक बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा.
Yeah, well, like अगर आप देख लो, I don't know, cricket बड़ा हो सकता, no doubt, like because we have the likes of Indonesia, you know, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, but within their countries it'll take time to grow. But yeah, hopefully 2040
It's
आप
also
बोल
a
रहे हैं.
complicated sport, Faz. Like football is so easy to understand. Like, you know,
अब आप देख लो, आप
I
किसी
don't-
आप किसी इंटरनेशनल बंदे को आप खाली इम्पैक्ट रूल समझा लो आईपीएल
हाँ.
का, आप
बस
परेशान है,
क्रिकेट
व्हाई इज ही
क्रिकेट
कमिंग
हम
इन,
लोग
सो
दोनों बचपन से देख रहे हैं. फुटबॉल आई रिमेंबर यू वर विद मी, लाइक यू वर मे बी लाइक 14 15 years old and you learned the game in maybe 2 weeks. You learned the game. You didn't know the
या.
game when you started watching with me. You didn't understand the game and think you learned it in 2 weeks. You came and told me, bro, he's offside. Like you knew the game. Like, so it's
या.
easier to understand also, right? Like it's easier to pick up football. तुम एक वर्ल्ड कप मेरे साथ गुजारे, पूरा मालूम हो गया कि
या
क्या है
फीफा
फुटबॉल कैसा.
फीफा खेलते थे, फीफा खेलते थे.
Yeah, yeah.
Before
FIFA
me,
भी जब.
me and Mustafa used to play so much cricket, 2001, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but
FIFA नहीं
cricket,
खेलते थे.
because our brothers taught us, like since we were born,
Yeah.
we've been watching them play, then we started playing. So that's why it's
No,
easier.
like
But
it's more like a passed on thing, generations, man. Cricket हम लोग
yeah,
के लिए
but
actually.
football, like you can pick up anytime,
Yeah,
man. Like
you can pick
Pandal
up
just started
anytime.
watching like 2 years ago. I
And
know he's
anyone can just join in and play as well. I think now
yeah,
they're
like
killing it.
it's easier to understand the
बिल्कुल
game. Like
बिल्कुल
so,
बिल्कुल.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Bangladesh versus Australia match will only be watched if it has implications on India's chances of making the semi-finals for that match.
That is
Exactly.
true. That's
Very good
true.
point. And that's where Faz is correct. Like I didn't know, like I didn't understand it, but yeah, he's correct over there. Like for me, it's different. Like I like watching international cricket more, but that's maybe because I'm used to it. Like since I was a kid, we've been watching international
Yep.
cricket. Virat
Yeah.
left arm spinner के खिलाफ बहुत out होता है.
या
हाँ
वो तो
भाई,
अपन
ताजुल इस्लाम का
बांग्लादेश से देख रहे हैं, ताइजुल इस्लाम एंड अब ये
इससे पहले भी
या.
यार लाइक गेटिंग आउट. पहले लेग स्पिनर का इशू था, अब लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर से हो रहा. चलो छोड़ो, यहाँ हम सबका पर्सपेक्टिव अलग है. ऑनेस्टली मैं आईपीएल जनरेशन का हूँ जो आईपीएल देख के बड़ा हुआ, इसके लिए मैं आईपीएल फेवर है. और मौका मतलब बस टेस्ट सीरीज और वर्ल्ड कप से है. भाई बिल्कुल, आप रखो अपना पर्सपेक्टिव
नहीं,
यार.
अब देखो
आईपीएल
गुनोर पाजी, वी लाइक आईपीएल. हम भाई हैदराबाद में लाइक वी गेट टुगेदर, वी वॉच द मैच. हम लोग को बहुत पसंद आईपीएल. बट आईपीएल को बहुत ज्यादा वो हो गया, लाइक ओवर इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट हो गया. सो दैट इज व्हाट्स नॉट राइट.
नहीं, बगैर सबका
वरना
अलग है. अब देखो, like you know, he probably likes IPL more than like a test match. Me, I like test match more than IPL.
टेस्ट मैच या
Everybody will be different. It depends on when you
बिल्कुल.
were, how you watch cricket. Because when we were like growing up, we didn't have any T20 cricket. Like seems we're getting older, bro. But like yeah, we're not at that old. But yeah, like at that time there was no T20 cricket. 50 over
नहीं
test match
था
रहता था.
नहीं था नहीं था
So,
नहीं था. And
when
I remember there was a 10 over series for charity or something between Pakistan, and वो देख के अपन शॉक हो गए कि 10 ओवर का क्या मैच रखे थे. बट
yeah.
नहीं, बट मैं गुन्नोबाजी को एक बार क्रिकेट वाइज वे एंजॉय एवरी क्रिकेट, T20 रहने दो. बट आप कहीं ना कहीं यू हैव टू ड्रॉ लाइंस फॉर डोमेस्टिक ओवर इंटरनेशनल. इट्स द ओनली वे आई एम लुकिंग एट इट. मे बी आपका अलग होगा पर्सपेक्टिव.
नहीं, मगर बात सही है. इफ यू वांट टू मेक क्रिकेट अ ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट, you might have to go this way only, IPL way.
100%. Yeah,
Club cricket franchises and everything. But then do you have enough resources? Do you have enough players? Do you have enough resources to have leagues throughout the year, or have a league throughout the year like football does?
बिल्कुल
That's another
बिल्कुल.
question. आदमी रुक राइच ने शुड बैट सेकंड बोल के. भाई उसको मैं अभी आगे बोलता हूँ ग्रुप पे. वो भाई फैज बोलो, अपने स्ट्रीम पे क्या बोले थे नेथन लायन के बारे में? एक स्पेशल गेस्ट आके
Basically, ये बोले थे कि Nathan Lyon will not take more than 10 wickets, and today he took 8 wickets in one match. So I mean, he already has like 13 wickets, 15 wickets.
he said Nathan Lyon won't take more than 10 wickets in the whole series.
Also he said
Yeah, Fez, he
Akshar
has-
Patel will be the most dangerous Indian spinner.
Fez,
So-
you said that Lyon has taken 8 wickets. I'll correct you, he's taken 11 in one match.
No, in one session, like in one over, in like one innings.
But he said the whole series he won't take 10. He's taken 11 in one match.
Man damns on something
But
hard.
yeah, just tell Don needs to be a bit stronger. He gets intimidated very quickly. You have to fight back like
Don doesn't care, man. Don light ले ले रहा है.
No, Don cares about everything. He's so cute. I miss him too much. Right arm spinner से भी होता है. राइट आर्म लेग स्पिनर से भी होता, ऑफ स्पिनर से भी होता. बट लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर्स मैं देख रहा हूँ रिसेंटली, लाइक ताजुल इस्लाम से, फिर ये he is getting out. I remember
But एक और चीज मुस्तफा, अपन
such
एक चीज notice अगर I mean I've been noticing this from maybe Bangladesh or yeah I think Bangladesh. Footwork has been a very big problem for a lot of batsmen, right? Like footwork in the recent times काफी लोग नहीं focus करे उस पे
Pujara
bat
was
पे
very good
या
today, though. I mind you, like today he was very good.
Pujara was good, but even in the last match he got confused in the first innings. He got confused on his
Yeah, he
foot.
did. He
But
did. Yeah.
footwork पे क्यों नहीं कर रहे अपने boys work? Like अपन देख लो like काफी लोग they're getting out based on the footwork, not taking that foot
It's
front.
also
मैं
tricky,
मालूम
right? The reason is because when you go on the front foot and you think you can get LBW sometimes, like you miss it and it. I think when you go on the
like
back foot, it
Ashwin.
can stay low.
Yeah.
So it's tricky that way. Like Shreyas Iyer played a shot on the back foot, he hit it for six, but that same kind of similar kind of delivery, Virat Kohli was trapped LBW. So it's tricky on this kind of pitch. I think that's why they're getting confused. They're trying to use their feet. Shubman Gill tried in this innings. Rohit Sharma tried in the last innings. Pujara did successfully in this innings. But I think because of the pitch, it's not easy to get that footwork correct every single time.
विराट सबसे आउट होता है कोई अगर लेफ्ट राइट क्या अगर कोई आज के टाइम पे टेस्ट में स्पिनर लेट के भी डाल दे तो वो एलबीडब्ल्यू होगा विराट विराट का कुछ फुटवर्क से इश्यू है क्या लाइक आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग विद द एलबीडब्ल्यू दैट इज गेटिंग प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा भाईजान को लाइक इज ही नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड और इज ही एंटिसिपेटिंग एवरी बॉल दैट्स कमिंग खोदना पड़ेगा भाई विराट भाई की वीकनेसेस काफी एक्सपोज हो रहे हैं एंड yeah considering that we want him to I mean he's performing in the ODI and T20 circuit but test में it's been a long time so सवाल तो definitely उठेंगे
The thing is, he's getting out on shots where he shouldn't be getting out on.
shouldn't be
Like
getting out on
that's the thing. He's not getting
leg
like
slip
cleaned up.
leg slip
Yeah,
में भी काफी yeah
yeah, he's not getting cleaned up or anything like that. Like he's playing the ball well. He's in good touch, but he's making errors which you don't really associate with him, and that's of course because of the pressure and the pitch as well, no doubt. But yeah, he is making errors today. Like he played completely across the line. You don't expect that from him. So
बिल्कुल
वैसा है फुटबॉल मोर फेमस कंट्री स्पोर्ट्स क्रिकेट नॉट इंग्लैंड में फुटबॉल का ज्यादा फैन फॉलोइंग है क्रिकेट से बेन स्टोक्स से बड़ा ब्रांड हैरी केन एंड डेविड बेकहम या बिकॉज़ इट्स मोर
yeah
पीपल
right
वॉच इट पीपल प्ले इट एंड इट्स इजियर टू लर्न आई गेस लाइट ले रहा हूँ भाई आदमी सुन रहा है नहीं तो क्या बोल रहा हूँ ब्रो इट
लाइट
जस्ट
ले लो भाई इसको
यस
मुस्तफा आगे जवाब दे देंगे
या
but yeah I mean 75 runs I'm still believing hopefully quick wickets in quick succession and
I'm
I'm not
also
like
believing it's
I'm
on
not like
baby
अगर भाईजान याद रखो अगर हैट्रिक आ गया कहीं से जैसे आज लायन था ऑलमोस्ट ऑन हैट्रिक
Bro, I'm
अगर
be upset. I'm gonna be upset if India don't win tomorrow.
100%
Jadeja and
100%
Ashwin, I'm
upset is to
expecting
there
better than Ashwin.
I'm
Jadeja, I'm
expecting, but
expecting
like
to
I'm
win.
also there. Okay, bhai, mentally I'm there. कि हाँ भाई, Australia will win maybe, but I am very expecting, but not expecting was the
Bro, I
situation.
told you 50 पे निकालना है हम लोग को. I think India's 15 runs short. 100 तो मैं बहुत confident रहता था if they had 100 runs on this pitch. अब थोड़ा मुश्किल हो गया 75 but 50 पे निकाल सकते. भाई हम लोग 36 पे निकाल ले Adelaide में. But you have to be on top of your game, mind you. You have to take your catches. You
Catches,
can't
yeah.
bowl freaking no balls. You can't bowl wides. You got to be on top of your game.
Top
If
of
India
game.
play a perfect game tomorrow, जीत रहे हैं. It's on, baby. It's on.
It's on, and yeah, it'll be on 9:30 in the morning. I can't wait, man. Like kal ka.
Look, again, it's all about narrative. If you go to another channel, they'll probably say मैच खत्म हो गया, टिकट फाड़ो मत जाओ. But we're
अपन
saying
देखो अपन हार जब तक नहीं मानते जब तक एक्चुअली वहां दिख के नहीं आ गया इंडिया लॉस्ट टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया और समथिंग लाइक दैट ऑस्ट्रेलिया वन जब तक तो मैं नहीं सोचता हूँ बट या बिकॉज ऑफ द पिच जिस तरीके का पिच है और अश्विन और जडेजा जिस तरीके से डाले हैं प्रीवियस टू टेस्ट मैचेस में उस दैट इज
I
गिविंग मी
learned
बिलीव
this lesson very early in my life in 2005. AC Milan versus Liverpool. It was 3-0 and I was a kid. I was like maybe 10 years 12 years old and it was 3-0 and my friends like khalas you go home, I'll also go, like chill whatever, like it's done the game. I went home, I turned on the TV. Gerard I think scored that second or third goal and it would be no, it was 3-1 3-2 and then 3-3 and then I just realized that in sports anything can happen and I've seen so many comebacks in football and cricket. Virat Kohli, man, that innings he played last year, we thought India lost that game, man. The Gabba, another miracle.
436 since South Africa Australia. Makaya 19 last boundary towards third man.
Yeah.
वो मैच अलग था भाई 450 रन
अब
अगर
मेरे को
चेस
बताओ
करे
इन एंड आउट फील्ड करेंगे या पूरा अटैक करना है कल, ये बताओ फील्ड प्लेसमेंट क्या है.
आई थिंक जस्ट घुस जाओ मुंह में, बट या ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम मुंह में घुस जाओ, सबको 8 लोगों को डाल दो बेन स्टोक्स की वजह से, अतराफ में सबको लाओ यार, गेट इन
Ashwin.
द एस, बॉल तब खाना ही नहीं, कल बॉल हवा में खेलना, कल ग्रेविटी को डिफाई कर देना है कल। लगान में एक ट्रेनिंग सेशन रहता है भाई, मुर्गी मुर्गी भागते रहती है और पूरे मुर्गी को पकड़ने में रहते, वैसा भाई, बॉल इज कोल, यू हैव टू कैच इट।
Steve Smith looked better captain than Cummins. Yeah, he's more experienced as well. He was Australia's captain before the sandpaper stuff, though he is more experienced. He's captained in these conditions himself.
And he also got Stark and Cameron Green at the right time. Like, come on, let's give that as well. Like, he
No, but
got
he
Stark.
doesn't have Cummins. He doesn't have Cummins. He doesn't have Warner. These are also big people. Like, like he's doing a good
It's
job.
okay. Warner didn't do anything for Cummins, but my
No.
point is, like, Cam Green, and
No, yaar, it's also, I'm telling you, he's been in these conditions before as captain.
yeah,
He knows.
55 percentage का win है भाई, तो yeah, he is decent. I think
I
India
think
should take
India
a
should
risk
take a risk,
and
prepare a
prepare a
flat
flat
pitch for
pitch
the
for the
last
last
test
inning
and get
itself.
their batsman confidence back.
But what if their confidence doesn't come back? Then on a flat wicket we get bamboozled. So I'm scared. But that's not a bad shot. But again, WTC on the line can't take that risk, I think.
More often than not, I think India will win games on ranked runners because their bowlers are better. But you're going to have the odd game where you're like Jadeja and Ashwin will make mistakes. That's what happened in this game. But I don't think they're going to make that mistake in the next game. And Ahmedabad, Jaddu, chodo. There is
But
no
then
way.
that is the only thing कि इतनी भी डिपेंडेंसी नको रखो अश्विन जडेजा थे, इंसान आई छे उनला, आप बैटिंग भी सुधारो, खुली बात, रैंक टर्नर पे खेलो, कहीं भी खेलो, बट आप बैटिंग करने लायक तो रहना।
नहीं, मगर अब देखो एक गेम हुआ, राइट? आप दूसरे
मैं
दो
वही
गेम
बोल रहा हूँ, नहीं मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, एक बोल रहे आप ये हो ही नहीं सकता, वो सब तो अपन सोचना भी नहीं ना, कभी भी हो सकता, फॉर्म डिप या नहीं चल रहे, सही जगहों पे नहीं लग रहे, प्रॉब्ली आप नहीं डाल पा रहे वो दिन पे,
बिल्कुल
तो
बिल्कुल, like even
I mean like
like
that.
despite these mistakes, if India had 50 more runs in the first innings, it would have been a different
Exactly.
game. So I
That's
understand,
it.
I agree with that. Yeah, बिल्कुल, like the batsman also should have done better. ऑस्ट्रेलिया से जीतेगा केएल, अगर केएल इंडिया जीत गया ना तो डब्ल्यूटीसी हारेगा, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाएगा.
Means Australia, if they beat India, so they'll get
वो
overconfident.
केएल, सॉरी नॉट केएल, मैं केएल को राहुल के बारे में बोल
नहीं, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होगा ऑस्ट्रेलिया, आई थिंक इट विल बी, they'll just get confidence because of the last two test matches जो गए गुरनूर पाजी, I don't think they'll become over confident, and Australia have a, उन लोग के नेचर और टेम्परामेंट में ये है कि they are champions, right? So I think कहीं भी आप खिला लो उन लोगों को, हमेशा they always have a chance in it, and England में it will be shooting them rather than the Indians, तो वो भी देखना पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल. कल इंग्लैंड बांग्लादेश को 2016 का रिकॉर्ड सीरीज नहीं नहाने का रिकॉर्ड तोड़ रहा है या नहीं?
कल इंग्लैंड बांग्लादेश को 2016 का रिकॉर्ड सीरीज ना हारने का रिकॉर्ड तो मींस
Like, will Bangladesh win tomorrow or no? Will they stop England?
मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ अंशु भाई, लाइक अगर फर्स्ट मैच आप लोग देखे, बांग्लादेश डिड अ गुड कमबैक, तस्किन की स्पेल देखो, तस्किन बोल्ड आई थिंक
I
70
think Bangladesh 2016 से सीरीज नहीं हारा वहां पे. I think वनडे सीरीज है, सब कुछ बोल रहे हैं.
अच्छा, आई गेस, बट बांग्लादेश जबरदस्त टीम है, दे केम बैक फाइटिंग, 68 ऑफ 11 ओवर्स थे, लास्ट 2 ओवर्स तक गया है, तो मेरे हिसाब से बांग्लादेश माइट विन टुमारो, अगेन आई एम बैकिंग द बंगला बॉयज, सो या
Because we bat till number 9. True. शार्दुल तो आएगा WTC फाइनल में. I think so.
Shaddu's in the plans में तो
Next year ब्रंट का बैटिंग, जॉस बटलर, स्टैंस कौन है भाई? स्टोइनिस से काफी मिलता है.
अच्छा, Nats Cavier.
I know, but who stands? Batting stands. Oh, stands. Yeah. It's like Josh Butler. अच्छा, हाँ, मैं समझ गया. और
अरे मैं
शॉर्ट
इंडिया बोला, अगर कल जीतेगा तो इंडिया का भी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होगा भाई, इंडिया का कॉन्फिडेंस इश्यू तो केएल राहुल को है, तो आई थिंक इंडिया कॉन्फिडेंट कभी नहीं होगा, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट भी नहीं हो सकता.
I think हुआ ये गेम में, they took it,
ये गेम में हो सकता, बट ही इज सेइंग WTC फाइनल में, तो मैं बोलूंगा WTC फाइनल की अगर अपन बात करें,
ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस तो नहीं लेंगे, मगर देखो इंडिया is not going to be favorites going into the WTC finals. It's going to be 50-50 game. Even if India won this 4-0, I would not call them favorites. Because conditions are different, everything is different. Boucher hit
Boucher
that.
hit the last boundary in the 435 chase. I actually left and went out after I saw Australia posted him. When I returned home, my nana told me, South man, that was the best. Remember, you pulled a Mustafa. Mustafa did this in the Liverpool and Milan game. You did this in that. But that game, me and Mustafa, I think it was in Saudi. We were living at that time. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Everybody was awake and भाई क्या मैच था भाई next level scenes थे
कौन सा वो वाला?
the 435
I came
chase.
back from school. My dad's like Ponting फोड़ दिया 400 मार दिया उन लोग. I'm like what? And then we started watching the second innings and it just kept going. पूरा मेरा homework खत्म. I didn't do homework. I got detention the
Yeah,
next day. I remember that much because
next
that
level.
I never saw anything like that. That was like a first time 400. KS भरत से ऊपर अक्सर को आना चाहिए था. अक्सर को 6 अक्सर को भी पता नहीं चला कैसा लग गया. हाँ
Chase
वो
was the
जो छक्का मारा था उसको नहीं मालूम था उन्हें सिराज से पूछा कहाँ गया वो छक्का. Yeah, I also agree. I think he should have gone up, but it's okay. अब हो गया सो हो गया क्या कर सकते हैं. WTC फाइनल इंग्लैंड
ये
में ये क्यों होती
ये
है?
क्यों होता है that's a good question. Yeah. क्यों होता है pitches I think better in that time of the world that part of the world maybe that's the reason pitches in July or
Maybe it's
June July
timing because June July तो वहाँ पे like summer है तो that's the
summer
time.
yeah
Maybe that's why. I don't know the particular
यहाँ
reason.
पे इंडिया में
Others
मानसून होता इंडिया में
you have to
मानसून
schedule it in India, then you have to schedule it in November, October, if and Australia December, January ऐसा कुछ करना पड़ता. So I think because the schedule summer में पड़ा, England is that venue. I honestly love England. I know that people will. Like I've never watched a cricket game in England, but I just love watching it on TV because
yeah
crowd भी अच्छी आती टेस्ट क्रिकेट में. You know ball भी swing होता. There's something for the batters in the oval. We've seen also
because आपके पास mixture of crowd है right gentlemen जो तालियां भी मारते हैं वहाँ पे जो बामी आमी भी रहती है जहाँ पे पागल कर देते हैं मतलब पुकार के तो it's a good like way of watching it and then you have the you know क्या बोलते हैं, पूरा एक ऑरा बनता है जब लॉर्ड्स में से निकल के आते पूरा वो you know चैंपियंस का जो you know accolades and stuff so yeah it's जबरदस्त है इंग्लैंड
मेरे को एक चीज याद है इंग्लैंड से. You know the everyone saying कि ऐसा पिच क्यों बनाए make it batting thing. India, if you remember इंग्लैंड में on a pitch they lost to Moeen Ali, man. He picked up like a fiver
yeah
in Southampton. So that's the thing. Like, there's no guarantee that India will win even on a flat pitch or anything like that. There's no guarantee. Like,
but there's much more guarantee in a ranked tournament maybe that's what
bro, they lost and like Moeen Ali picked up like a
I think to
fiver on that ground,
we
man.
need to pull out ranked turners versus other pitches and see India's win percentage. Maybe that will come to a conclusion. That India is better in a ranked turner kind of a situation, or are they better in a flat wicket or on
But also you
wicket?
have to see the opposition, right? If Pakistan is coming to
Yeah.
town or Sri Lanka is coming to town, then you won't make it a ranked turner. You'll make it a green pitch. If it's Australia, then you'll make it a ranked turner. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play to the opposition more in home conditions. मेरे से लिख के ले लो इंडिया फेवरेट जाएगी WTC फाइनल में. ऑस्ट्रेलिया के माइंड गेम्स इंडिया को फेवरेट बना देंगे.
इंडिया में सपोर्ट अच्छा है इंग्लैंड में इंडिया का और इंडिया मीडिया
इंडियन
भी
मीडिया
बनाएगी वो तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया मीडिया भी कर देगी होम ऑफ क्रिकेट है इंग्लैंड है होम ऑफ क्रिकेट है डेफिनेटली एंड आई थिंक इसलिए राइटफुली द मिस इज ओवर देयर मींस टू प्ले फॉर खत्म होगा 10 साल का सूखा टेस्ट का बादशाह बन के लौटेगी इंडिया देख लेना ऐसा ही होगा आई बहुत आगे का सोच ले रहे गुन्नोबाजी इंजरीज हो गए 1 2 3 फिर आपका स्टेटमेंट बदल जाएगा just 3 injuries in this test cricket team and we'll be dead. One is Siraj or Shami. If he gets injured, if your middle Pujara gets injured, and if your top Rohit Sharma gets injured, we're screwed.
This is a very good point because Bumrah and Pant, I remember Pant in the England series, he bailed them out from a tricky situation. It was similar to this. They were trailing and then he scored a 90 something and he gave India like a 120, 130 lead or 150 lead and then India won the test match. I think it was in Ahmedabad. So that's a very good point. Rishabh Pant has been the game changer for India in the last 2 years of test matches. They're really missing him right now. Do you think the WTC final will have a tribute to the Queen as its first big match at the Oval since she died? And Oval belongs to the royal family. ECB leases the ground from the royals. Okay, I did not know that. So thank you for the information. I honestly didn't know that it was.
Maybe then maybe it might
Then
it might
they will do it. 100%. They will then. I think if that's the case. And most of the Australian test team players are not part of IPL, which will give them whole 2 months to prepare. That's a very important note as well. मैंने मीडिया का headline बताया before WTC final.
last year का वो रिसर्च
ही इज सेइंग कि ये मीडिया का हेडलाइन रहेगा, उन्होंने नहीं बोल रहे हैं कि इंडिया लेके आएंगे ये वो, ही सेइंग कि मीडिया ऐसा चढ़ाएंगी इंडिया को और उन लोगों को फेवरेट्स बनाएंगे.
India चढ़ना नहीं बस. India should know that they're playing in England and what is coming after them. Stark and maybe Lance Morris, maybe.
Tomorrow, Fez, we will do the review and we'll also do the preview of the WPL. So either we'll do it in one episode or two separate episodes. But Judy, हमारे साथ WPL का भी preview कर लेंगे. We'll speak about that, and we could do it in an episode because कल 70 रन की तो बात है.
70 minutes.
70 minutes. So that should be done in the first session tomorrow. Right?
I guess, yeah, it should, and India should win. I mean, होगा. And yeah, WPL भी शुरू हो रहा है already. I think a few Bollywood stars are scheduled to perform. तो उसका already शुरू हो गया है चर्चे WPL का. मजा आने वाला है देखने में because World Cup तो जबरदस्त था T20 का and WPL hopefully thing. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
कल जुड़ेंगे
PSL,
सबके साथ. Please do join us tomorrow for the review of the third test match. जीते या हारे आप please जुड़िए, doesn't matter, and फिर WPL का भी बात करेंगे. And first, thank you so much for your input today. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the game tomorrow. I know you'll be awake early. 75, yeah, 75, 76 to be exact. To be exact. So yeah, make sure you enjoy the game, win or lose. Don't get upset. Okay, first take care of yourself.
That's 100% happening.
Just a game. Enjoy the match, and yeah, there's always cricket to look forward to. And if Australia do win, it makes it a crazy series to look forward to. The fourth test match will be, all eyes will be on that because India will have to win that. Australia will want to win that as well. So stay tuned, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram as well. Send us your questions there on Chasing the Target. Fez will post on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll do some polls and stuff if we can. But share this channel with your friends and judte rahiye. We have a lot lined up even for the IPL, and hopefully there'll be more people involved because we'll get others will be too biased. खाली दो हैदराबाद या सनराइजर्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं who are not even like.
We will have to find a few Bangalore and Punjab and
yeah.
We have one Kolkata guy as well. So
we have Punjab, we have Delhi, we have Mumbai, we have Chennai.
Who went to Delhi?
Yeah. we have. So we'll get everybody involved in the IPL. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah,
definitely.
With that last comment, we will end the show. ऐसा मैच से इंडिया में टेस्ट मैच मर जाएगा, कोई नहीं आएगा. नहीं भाई, कल देखो आपका राय बदलेगा. नहीं. Let's see what happens. Only time will tell. But I don't think so. Because
एक चीज आप ये इमेजिन कर लो, अगर ऐसे पिचेस पे बेसबॉल शुरू हो गया तो इंग्लैंड का वो और मजा आ जाएगा भाई उस पे.
अगर आप 600 जब मार रहे थे, जब भी लोग कंप्लेन करते थे कि भाई इतनी बोरिंग है, 500 रन है, फ्लैट पिच है, इंडिया में मजा नहीं आता टेस्ट मैच में. इंग्लैंड में देखो कैसा चैलेंज होता है.
यंगर जनरेशन, ऑनेस्टली यंगर जनरेशन अपन तो बुड्ढे नहीं है, बट पीपल हु आर वाचिंग क्रिकेट नाउ, बिकॉज टाइम ऐसा चीज है कि सबको टाइम नहीं मिलता. भाई क्रिकेट क्या बोरिंग है, लंबा है, ऐसा का टेस्ट मैच रहेगा ना, देखेंगे क्रिकेट, देन दे विल बी लाइक हां टेस्ट क्रिकेट में मजा आ रहा है. तो कोई टेस्ट मैच देख रहा ही नहीं आ रहा.
Yeah, 5 din. Sometimes if you score, like, I mean, 5 din is also an amazing test match, but there should be a contest between bat and ball. I agree. But in India, can you have a 5-day test match like in England? Like, I don't know. Like, it depends, right? Like, where a chase is also, where in India normally day 5 chase is impossible, whereas in England, New Zealand, it's still possible to chase on day 5. In Australia, it's possible to chase on day 5. So that's the thing you have to look at. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Kal milenge aap log ke saath. Stay tuned. Take care, Faiz. Have a good night.